trying to find it, and I couldn't find it.
And I felt like I missed one.
And then, like, all of a sudden it showed up today.
Yeah.
And I was like, I better write that down because I couldn't I think I'm getting old and I don't know how to use Facebook. But
well, it's because it's fucking stupid.
It is stupid. There's like 10 different places where we can get messages from on Facebook.
I can get a free mount in Heroes of the Storm through Facebook, and I just don't want to.
You don't want to?
But I'm going to.
I want that mount, but I can't get it.
You just have to like them on Facebook, right?
No, something you have to use their team builder app or some shit. Geez.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to episode 203 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
I'm Corey.
Today's topic is going to be 2015 E3 preview with a side of predictions. We were all having a little bit of trouble coming up with good predictions, I guess. Everything gets kind of leaked and spoiled, and it's hard to get excited for things that are coming out in 2 years. So,
well, what I struggle with predictions is it's either got to be something so crazy and out there that it probably can't happen, which is why we do like bold predictions.
Yeah,
but then it's just pointless.
Right.
Otherwise, it's things that are probably likely to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I don't know.
Yeah. And I think bold predictions only work for the beginning of the year, because by the end of the year, a lot of that stuff could happen. Like last year, Eric was right on with a lot of his stuff. This year, I've had a couple that have already come true.
I think I had one that came true too.
So that's kind of cool.
Division delay. But any asshole could have seen that coming.
So yeah, predictions. It'll be mostly a preview. We'll talk about some of the things we want to see from the different conferences and stuff. So, anything anybody wants to tease for later on in the episode?
Yeah, I want to talk about Splatoon later.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk a little more Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other thing I played? I played 3 things this week.
I don't know.
Little Heroes of the Storm. I just want to briefly, I promise, talk about the new hero. I promise it'll be brief.
Gotcha. Okay, Corey, anything you want to tease?
I played Axiom Verge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. I'm interested to hear that.
And I also played Massive Chalice, which Will talked a little bit about last week, but I played quite a bit of it, so we can get a little more in depth with that.
I played more, too.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
You beat it, didn't you? I can tell by that shitty grin.
Yeah, but I played more Massive Chalice, and I played World of Warcraft, much to your guys' chagrin.
Nice.
I saw you playing.
You really should level your Guild Wars 2 characters up to 80.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm so happy that you turned out you didn't purchase a $100 character.
No, never.
If you had said yes, I was gonna jump off the roof.
What happened is when I bought it, they gave me a free level 90.
Wow.
So I just kind of made a character for it, and then I'm not going to play that character because I don't get anything out of it.
Not just that, but you don't know how to play that character.
No idea. Yeah. And I want to experience some of the story. I guess the undead story stuff is all really, really awesome.
Yeah, the Lich King stuff is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the best expansions. So I want to go through all of that with like my undead character and stuff like that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've only got The Witcher to talk about. And I played a little Super Mario 3D World, which I will also talk about.
I saw you.
I forgot to put that in my notes, but I will talk about that. So let's get into our E3 preview / predictions. A bunch of conferences this year. Usually there's only been 5 in the past, but there seems like there's a lot more this year, including one we'll get to at the end. But Bethesda is actually going to kick things off starting Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific. So that's Sunday the, what is it? The 14th. Obviously Fallout 4 was just announced, so that they're no doubt going to talk about that. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. They're probably going to have stuff about Battlecry, and I heard some rumors that possibly stuff about Dishonored is going to be talked about during
Dishonored 2?
during the Bethesda presser. Any thoughts? Obviously Fallout 4, we know we're going to hear about that.
Oh yeah.
I think that we're going to have more Fallout 4 information than we know what to do with.
Yeah, I think Corey's right.
Especially if it's going to be coming out this year, like in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. There probably will be a lot of information about it.
Should I just say my prediction for this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
My first prediction is that Bethesda is actually going to steal the show with Fallout 4, and they're going to announce it's going to be coming out in October. And I said they're also going to steal the show because they're going to show off Dishonored 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of my not very bold predictions.
Yeah.
But
I'm predicting Elder Scrolls Online expansion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's been out for about a year, right? Didn't it come out last year at this time?
And it's fresh, too, because it just came out for consoles.
Yeah.
I think it's over a year.
So that's my prediction for Bethesda. They're going to announce Elder Scrolls Online expansion. I don't know. It's going to happen eventually. I don't know if it's going to actually happen at E3. But,
Yeah.
And I got to stop bashing my microphone.
I'm with you on the ESO stuff, Dan. I think they're definitely going to have some stuff for that.
Yeah, because like Eric said, it just came out on consoles, so
Yep.
they're going to want to put out information about that.
But just going back to Fallout 4 for a second, I think the original rumor was that they were going to have 40 minutes of gameplay to show. But
Wow.
just poking around on the internet earlier today, I saw the press conference is going to open with a 20 to 30 minute gameplay trailer.
Okay.
For Fallout
I
4.
prefer gameplay than... I mean, I like cinematic trailers, but
Sure.
I'm going to be sitting down watching a Bethesda press conference. I want to see gameplay.
If we see 20 minutes of gameplay of Fallout 4, that is going to be a ton to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to have a hard time taking notes, I think, during all that. That's
Doom.
a lot of it.
Yeah, Doom. You're right.
Doom has to be shown. I got a beta code for that with the Wolfenstein New Order.
Oh.
And
Nice.
No, we haven't heard a damn thing about it since.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that's Bethesda?
Yeah, Doom is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
We've only seen a teaser so far, but that game's been kicking around for a while, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Wasn't the teaser like a second long too?
I think so. It was one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Just nothing but a Drangle tease.
Exactly.
Drangle tease.
Drangus.
Teasing the Drangus.
Yeah.
Schmeckle.
Schmeckle tease. Yeah, any other thoughts on Bethesda?
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you know how we were just talking about the Doom half a second teaser?
Yeah.
Mm.
Elder Scrolls 6 teaser.
I think that might happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you on that one. Maybe just a little something there.
Just to let you know that they're working
Something
on
to
it.
wet the whistle.
Well, you always got to have that. Like, to me, what makes a
carrot.
good press conference is, yeah, you got to have that little thing that is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I think that would be enough for Bethesda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, it would.
I heard rumored that they trademarked Elder Scrolls Hammerfall. I think is the place that the next one's gonna be.
Okay.
I don't know Hammerfall. What race is tied to that?
I used to know all that stuff.
Same here.
It goes out of my brain when I stop playing the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah.
I'll be way more excited for that than I am Fallout,
Yeah.
personally.
Right.
It's just more my style.
You shut your mouth.
It looks great, don't get me wrong.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Eric prefers to slay dragons.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I do too, Eric.
All right.
Okay.
But I still love Fallout. So
Well, sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So that's Bethesda. Sunday night at 7.
Who's going to be
Pacific.
watching?
Me.
I'm going
Me.
to try to watch all of these.
I somehow, by the good graces of somebody, got Sunday and Monday off of work without asking for it. I'm
Same.
so happy.
Same.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Can't go wrong with that. Up next, Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific is Microsoft.
so it's at 12:30 East.
12:30 Eastern. Yeah, I should say Eastern times too. Yeah, Bethesda will be 10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But I can't imagine that one's going to be super long. Those are usually hour and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty
So,
long.
yeah. So
good
you're looking
long
at
time.
10:30 to 11:30 possibly,
Yeah.
Ugh.
or 10 to 11:30.
It's late for my old bones.
So yeah, Microsoft Monday morning at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. Expected. I think obviously we're going to see Halo 5, Rise of the Tomb Raider. We're going
Yes.
to hear about because that's supposed to come out holiday this year, and then I can imagine we'll see more about the new Gears game,
Forza 6,
Forza 6.
which was, I don't know if this is somebody's nibble bit, but that was officially announced
okay,
the other day. Yeah, I didn't know that Forza is like a every other year kind of thing where there's a realistic racing sim Forza Motorsport
And then the
and
open
then
world one.
the Horizon one.
yeah.
I didn't realize they did that.
I think that's more recent
Yeah.
since Forza Horizon 2, because the original Forzas came out like a while ago.
Yeah. What's the other one? The other game? Oh, Fable Legends. I'm
Fable
sure we'll be in
Legends.
there.
Yeah,
Still haven't gotten into the beta for that one. I'm interested a little bit.
yeah, I'll
It's
try.
free
it.
to play.
Yep.
So
Scalebound.
I heard Scalebound will not be there.
Gamescom.
right?
Yeah, Scalebound. Because Gamescom, that's the big Japanese.
Yeah, Apparently, they're really pushing Gamescom now
Yeah.
because they're saving Quantum Break for that too, and
Yep.
and another game.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
Because Xbox doesn't traditionally do well in Japan. So.
Crackdown.
Crackdown.
That's
Yep.
the other one they're saving for Gamescom, I guess.
Yep. And Platinum, being a Japanese developer, probably would prefer Gamescom anyway.
So instead, we're
So-
going to get the Gears remaster at E3.
I think we'll hear about the new Gears War.
We'll definitely hear about the new Gears.
What about the remaster?
I think I will.
They'll show it.
But yeah, no, people aren't going to care as much about that as.
No.
I mean, they have to show the new Gears game.
Has that even been officially announced?
Yeah, I think it was announced a while ago. Wasn't
Really?
it?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it was.
I don't think we've heard anything about
Yeah,
it.
because is it Turtle Rock that's working on it?
Yes.
A new developer's working on it.
Whatever
It's
that.
not. It's not Epic.
Whatever the studio that's doing that, I think they just changed their name to something that is officially like linked with Gears of War.
Okay.
Pretty much making them the Gears of War. Black Tusk.
Yeah.
Black Tusk. That's Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Black Tusk.
But I guess what I'm saying is nothing Gears of War has been officially like announced anywhere. Right?
No, just that they're working on it.
Oh, they've come out and said that.
Yeah, it's got a new developer.
There's
now.
been some like Twitter
Yeah.
pictures and stuff like that leaked too.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if they didn't talk about that.
At least something.
That's like their next after
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah.
It's their big gun.
And Phil
No
Spencer.
pun
Phil Spencer did say that exclusives would be the focus of this year's E3. So
As they should be.
They should be everyone's focus.
Yeah. That's the reason why you get those systems is for the exclusives, generally.
I got another one to throw in there for you, Dan.
Let's hear it.
Age of Empires 4.
Oh, I would love
man.
that.
Yeah.
I'd get erect for that one.
I would
Yeah.
too.
They did announce something along the lines of Microsoft was working. Oh no, that turned out to be Rise of Nations, didn't it?
Oh, it did? The
Yeah.
remake of a classic real-time strategy or whatever?
Yeah, I think so.
They're remaking Rise of Nations? I didn't hear that.
I heard just the rumor, or not rumor, but they said that they were going to be remaking a classic or fan favorite like real-time strategy. Everybody rumored that it would probably be Age of Empires. I didn't hear.
Maybe I dreamed that it turned out to be Rise of Nations.
I listened to a
Possible.
lot of Xbox podcasts. I think I would have heard that.
Well,
I
I
think
mean, that's probably more PC focused, so they
Or
might not.
PC,
They might not
whatever.
talk about it, but
You're right.
maybe I did dream that.
I always forget
that
they're
it was
involved
Rise of
in
Nations.
PC shit.
But that was my. I was also citing that for Age of Empires 4. So, who knows?
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you
Could be
think though
anything.
that they'd put anything like that on Xbox? Do you think it could work?
Halo Wars did it.
Yeah, I
Was
think.
I liked Halo Wars.
I think it
God, I
could.
would be
It could
so
work.
pumped for that.
You could refine the control scheme to work with on a Xbox controller. You know,
And Firaxis, I mean, granted, it's real-time strategy versus turn-based, but Firaxis came up with a pretty good turn-based strategy game in Civ Rev for consoles.
yeah.
So it can definitely be done. I don't know. I think real-time strategy would be a lot harder.
Yeah.
Been turn-based, yeah. Fair enough.
Word. Any predictions? Hopeful
For
Predictions?
Xbox?
Microsoft.
Or yeah, Microsoft.
I'm saying Master Chief Collection coming to PC.
Pugh. I'll
Who
do you
cares?
one. I'll do you one better.
What's that?
Halo 5 to PC.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
would-
crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just so meh on Halo now that I don't even care.
Yeah. I would be happy to play it again.
Did
on-
you
on
want
a
to talk
computer.
about the Oculus stuff?
We could talk about.
We might
the
as well,
Oculus,
because
yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be part of their stuff, right?
Yeah.
Dan, you're a little more technical than me. Why don't you?
Yeah, they had Oculus had like a press conference today, and during it, Phil Spencer came on stage saying that there was going to be tie-in with the Oculus Rift and Xbox One. I got the initial impression that it was going to be you can play your Xbox games on Oculus in VR, but it's not. You can play your Xbox One games in Oculus, but it's just like having the screen like right in your face. There's not going to be any VR stuff with it, except for I think one of the new Forza game, you can like turn your head like you would be looking around in a cockpit. But other than that, it's just like being at a cinema with the screen like right here in your face. And you can do that by stream. There, we talked about the Xbox being able to stream games to PC. Well, that's how it's going to be done. You can stream the games to your PC. Your Xbox One through Windows 10, you can stream your Xbox One games to your PC and wear your Oculus and play them on the Oculus. instead of like on your computer
with an
monitor.
Xbox controller.
With an Xbox controller, because the Oculus will come bundled with an Xbox One controller too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to show something involving that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll talk about it.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that whole thing?
Meh.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
I've cooled off on the Oculus. I'm more interested in the HTC virtual reality headset now. So
Okay.
It's pretty good. I listened to This Week in Tech with Leo Laporte.
oh yeah,
And he always has a panel of like old techie guys on there, and they were all talking about virtual reality and how they think it's silly. But as they talked about it, they talked about it for well over an hour. By the end of it, they were super pumped for the idea of virtual reality and stuff. Like they actually said, like, well, you know what, this is sounding better and better the more we talk about it. But yeah, they really liked the HTC View. Is that what it's called?
Vive.
They really liked that one and thought it was far and above better than the Oculus. But Oculus did just put out their newest or latest model. I don't know if it's been fully reviewed yet, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
one of the things that dissuaded me from the Oculus was they're having their own like storefront, like Steam. I'm sure it'll work with Steam games, but to have
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that seems silly.
Yeah, they're games that are specific for Oculus in their own storefront too.
I mean,
like
I guess
said, it'll be compatible with other games, but
I guess if Oculus's ultimate goal is to be more than just a gaming thing, then maybe it kind of makes sense to have your own
yeah, because
marketplace.
I can imagine movies and stuff they'll put on there.
Educational stuff.
Yeah, which I guess is kind of a neat idea.
I can kind of see it, I guess, but at the same point, at the same rate, I don't know. Just let me use Steam or something.
Well, exactly. There's better places. People use iTunes for their media and Steam for their games already.
I wonder if you're going to have to make a Facebook account to log into the Oculus marketplace.
Oculus store.
Wouldn't be shocking.
Yeah. And that was my fear when Facebook bought them, was that sort of thing.
Now, I think they actually said that they would never make that a requirement.
Of course they said that.
Yeah, well, they'd say anything.
Right.
But back to Windows 10, and we're Windows 10. Microsoft, another thing I wanted to add is that I hope there's some compelling Windows 10 Xbox One integration between the two.
Well, that would be
There
one
is.
of mine. A new UI for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my predictions. Mm-hmm. It needs to happen too because that thing's a clunky disaster.
Yeah.
I really
At
agree.
best.
In my brief time with the Xbox One, I was like, who
And
designed this?
in their defense, they have made a lot of improvements since it came out, but a lot of it is stuff you would have hoped would have already been there for a console that
Probably
comes
at
out.
launch.
Definitely at launch.
Okay.
Like the party system's still a clusterfuck, even though they've improved it a little bit. But yeah, the whole UI needs to be redone.
That's weird too, because I felt like the Xbox 360 worked so well.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, they definitely went backwards.
Okay.
But
yeah, Corey, there is going to be some. Are you talking about tie-ins with Windows 10 and Xbox One?
Yeah, other than obviously what we already know.
Yeah, well, okay. I was gonna say because there's the Xbox on PC like service and all that fun stuff.
Something more compelling, like more of a reason. Somebody who's
Yeah.
big into PC gaming and stuff like that, more of a reason for them to then go ahead and pick up an Xbox. Because
I told
of
you,
whatever
if
integration.
they figure out a way to make it so you can stream PC games to the Xbox, I would be a lot more likely to get one.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, because then I could have the Xbox exclusives, console exclusives, but also play because I'm still looking for a dedicated device to stream games from my computer down here to my TV upstairs. So, other than a stupid long HDMI cable, I know you can do that, but
What about HoloLens? You think that's going to make an appearance at E3?
I doubt it. That's still a ways away.
Not even a interesting tech demo?
Oh, they might have a tech demo at.
Don't
at
forget
E3.
Casey Hudson is creative director for HoloLens now.
Yeah, no, I think that's still a little too far away, especially for consumers.
Okay.
People think that thing's going to be crazy expensive when it comes out. So,
Certainly looked it.
yeah, because the computing power in it's like insane. So
A game that I want to see more of and get a release date for, because I don't think there is one, is Cuphead.
Cuphead,
Which is
yeah.
an awesome looking indie game from last E3, I think, right?
Yeah, it was in a series of it.
Yeah,
and
they-
like I
their
was like,
montage.
Oh my God, look at that!
You
That
know,
was cool.
Sony and Microsoft have their indie montage.
Yeah,
And that was, honestly, might have been my favorite, or one I was most interested of on either platform. So
that looked fantastic.
I'd love a release date. I'd be thrilled if they said it's out now,
Oh yeah, one of those.
because that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Something will be out, even something small.
Yeah,
That would fucking rule if
Yeah.
that came out, because can't wait for that.
that looks great. Okay, any other thoughts on Microsoft? Will?
No,
No.
I think they're in a good position to have an IC3, though.
Yeah,
I do.
solid.
Yeah.
They're not going to blow anybody away. I don't think. Well, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. Anyone could probably blow us away with the right announcement.
They had a good new IP with Sunset Overdrive, so let's hope they get another one.
Yeah, definitely. Will, thoughts?
I've got no thoughts.
Corey, anything else?
Nay.
All right, moving on. EA is next. They are Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, the expected. We will see
Sports.
Sports! Dribble Tech 2015.
Hard to get excited about that. I mean, even if you're going into knowing you're going to buy Madden every year, I still would find it hard to believe that you would get excited about Madden every
I buy
year.
FIFA every year. I could give two shits about
Exactly.
the preview.
You're just going to buy it. You don't care
Yes.
about what it looks,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep. No, you're absolutely right.
Okay. So there's that. We'll obviously see Battlefront, Mirror's Edge 2, which was just announced yesterday, or the day
Catalyst.
before. Catalyst. Yep. We'll definitely see that. Possibly something on the next Mass Effect game.
So you're saying it should
Kinda
be
what I'm
better
thinking.
than last year's
It should be better than last year's, but
boring mess of a conference.
that's the worst one I've seen in a while.
that was bad.
Probably since we started this podcast. They had nothing.
No, it was awful.
Yeah.
There's no business for them to be there.
No.
But Dribble Tech.
Corey's right. The new Dribble Tech, and you've heard a lot since then about how awesome the Dribble Tech was.
You need to ease off EA, Eric.
Yeah, I know. I know they have a great reputation. You're right. But
Yeah.
not 2 years ago, they were the worst company in America or something along those lines.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, last year it was just sports, and then they showed behind the scenes of making Mass Effect, and there was a couple others. that
And
they put in
Battlefront, too.
Are
yeah.
you guys pumped for Battlefront?
there. Yeah.
Corey?
I'm not. I don't know.
Weren't you at one point like really excited about it?
No.
Oh, all right.
It's the most
I was dreaming.
It's the most interesting game of the fall, I think.
Wrong.
Oh, definitely. It's got the most hype behind it, and everybody either loves it or hates it already.
I see what you did there.
Okay. All
see
right.
what you mean by interesting.
I guess I had the wrong idea of what you meant by interesting.
Not it doesn't mean positive or negative.
Yeah.
It's just that there's a lot
Yeah,
around it.
It's got the
'cause-
polarizing
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
thing
Definitely.
to it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, there's
No, you're
that.
probably right.
There was that good article that broke down like just how little is going to be in the game relative to the last few. Not that that really bothers me, but it's just the whole fact that it's paired with EA just makes it sickly.
Yeah, EA doesn't.
Is that a day one buy for anyone?
It'll be a day
Me,
one buy
yeah.
for me, probably. As long as I can
Me
afford
too.
it.
Is it on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Origin.
Maybe I'll get it.
We're getting it on. God damn it.
That's what I have to get it on.
I got to start collecting bottles now, though.
Well, Corey, you might get a pretty good collection started this weekend.
Yeah.
I just turned in like 300 bottles.
Don't throw anything away, guys.
You got it, buddy.
Prediction. Mass Effect Collection.
I was just gonna say that. I think the
For
Mass Effect collection gets
New,
announced
new gen systems.
finally.
It's only fair. That they should do that.
They said they had a wish list for people like, what do you want to see if we do it? Like, don't say that, then not do it.
Yeah. No, they should definitely. They should do it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be cool. I probably wouldn't play it, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I actually just reinstalled Mass Effect on my computer. I'm gonna fire it up at some point this summer.
Did you say remastered, or just a collection?
Collection. I don't know if they'll remaster them or not, but
I kind of hope they remaster the first one a little bit.
yeah, I don't know if that holds up as well as the newer two.
The latter two.
I know when I played the first one, I had a hard time in the beginning getting into it.
Yeah.
Because of how different it was from the other two.
Yeah, definitely.
I still
Corey?
want I want the Mass Effect collection, but I want to be able to play an abridged version of it.
Right.
All 3 games in 30 hours.
I don't know.
I don't think I'd
cut out the fluff.
Corey, I might play that. That's a great idea.
I've been saying that for
I know you have, and I
Months.
agreed with you last time you said it.
Abridged.
I see the market for that, but
Yeah.
I like to know everything in a game.
It's a good idea if they have like. This is being a little greedy, but have that in there with the full games,
Yeah, as
like
an option.
as an option.
Next year, I want Witcher abridged version.
I can
Another
see
series that would work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to play through the first one?
I don't want to get off the rails here. Let's keep her moving.
Well, I mean, these games are so long, and there's just too many. Excuse me, too many good games to play. Like, people want to be able to experience these and see what they were like, but they just don't have the time to go through and
Yeah.
do it.
I've got about 60 hours in The Witcher 3. so
Exactly.
far.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even feel like I'm close to beating it either.
No.
And I'm skipping a fair amount of side stuff, which I normally don't do. But
Let's talk Witcher later.
yeah, I don't want to get into it now.
Yeah.
So any other thoughts for EA? Eric, do you have any predictions? Stuff you want to see come from EA?
No, they're just so predictable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that it's even worth predicting anything for them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
They're always safe.
Guys,
Why?
Titanfall 2.
No, they already
I-
said that Titanfall 2 won't be at E3.
It's not, yeah.
Oh, really?
Or they said it won't be
It won't be out this year.
something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be there.
You don't think so?
No.
I'd be
Alright.
surprised.
They'll probably show off the new women's teams in FIFA,
Yeah.
women's national teams, which is cool. I think that's kind of cool. I honestly at
Sports.
some point said to myself, "Hey, are the women's national team in here?" Because I was going to play with them, the U.S. women's team. And I looked and I was like, "Oh shit, it's not." So I think it's kind of cool that
Yeah.
it's going to be in there.
There's no reason not to put it in
No,
there.
absolutely not. So and the World Cup is going on, so that makes sense.
The World Cup is going on?
The women's, yeah,
Oh.
It is?
we're 1-0.
Do they split like 2 years women's World Cup, 2 years men's
No,
World
because
Cup?
men's was last summer.
Oh, so it's okay.
Yep.
Kind of back to back.
Yep.
Gotcha.
New Fight Night.
Oh, I would love a new fight night.
You know, I was just saying the other day I wanted to play a boxing game.
That would be nice. I could get pumped for that.
Yeah, I loved Fight Night 2 or 3. One of them I played
Oh, yeah.
countless hours of.
Oh, yeah. That was another one like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater that if you played it long enough, your hands got sore.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great. I would love that.
I wish boxing was bigger.
I do too,
Same.
because I prefer boxing to.
Yeah.
I don't like UFC at all or any of the MMA. stuff.
I do like UFC, but I like I just wish boxing was bigger. Like I wish that I lived in that time period
Yeah,
where
Yep.
boxing was big and they had like the big stars.
yeah.
Like I looked
J. Braddock.
I looked at a list
Great
of
movie.
the top 10 paid athletes, and it kind of pisses me off that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are the top two.
Yeah,
With like how stupid and shitty boxing is now,
yeah,
that the top paid athletes are two boxers.
yeah,
I don't
I
get
agree.
that,
yeah.
but whatever.
Just want to jump back to Mass Effect 4 real quick. I think for sure they'll have Mass Effect 4 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They have
Not-
to.
Not a release date.
No, but I think we'll see a good chunk of it.
Coming 2016.
Good faith after last year.
Yeah, I hope so. Because they only had some like maybe 3 pieces of artwork from Mass Effect.
Behind
4.
the scenes with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Up next is Ubisoft. They're Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Expected, obviously, Ass Creed will be there. We'll probably see The Division, even though that got pushed back to next year. Hopefully we see like some actual in-game gameplay, right?
That's never coming out. I'm convinced.
Don't think so. That's going to pull a Watch Dogs.
That's Eric's prediction for next
Oh,
year.
you think it's done, like canceled?
If it comes out, it's going to be another 2 years, I bet you.
Think so?
Yeah.
A little too ambitious, huh?
I think it was too ambitious, Dan.
See that?
I think you're right. Like, Destiny is out now, and it's got that's another polarizing.
Yeah.
But I don't think they could have done more with it, and that's
Right.
why it came out.
Right.
Whereas Division, I just don't see it.
Right.
Unfortunately, because it looked fucking great.
It did look great. Agreed. Rainbow Six Siege, we'll see, because that's supposed to be coming out in the fall.
Yep.
October
then I put-
13th.
I also put for Ubisoft something that looks cool that's not supposed to come out for 2 years that will kind of suck when it finally comes out. That's
Oh,
what-
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs 2. Yeah, could be. Could be.
I shouldn't say it. I liked Watch Dogs.
I still have to try it. Maybe it works now.
I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Right. It wasn't what it was made out to be.
No.
It was average.
It's a great starting point, though. They could definitely build off it. So
Yeah.
I think Watch Dogs 2 has good potential, actually.
And then prediction, fingers crossed, Child of Light 2.
Ooh.
Oh.
That would get me excited about Ubisoft. I have no interest in anything else that they have.
Isn't it funny how their like style of indie games is the only thing we can get excited about?
Yeah, and you know what? Child of Light is based off of Rayman, the Rayman engine. So
Perfect.
yeah,
Two things Dan loves.
I would be excited for if they announce a new Rayman.
Yeah.
Definitely, I love Rayman Legends so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Those are two good ones, Dan. I still need to play Rayman Legends.
Me too.
So good.
Yeah.
Co-op. It's got to be played co-op. It's way better.
It's not going to happen co-op.
No.
Not unless Will
you.
plays with me.
There you go.
I'll play with
A
you.
little couch co-op.
All right. All right.
That would involve hanging out.
Well, no. Oh, couch co-op. That would.
Can you play it online co-op?
I don't know. I feel like everything should be like that now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're a connected world, for Christ's
We
sake.
are a connected world. Agreed.
But anyway, I don't have any predictions for Ubisoft other than
Disappointment.
Assassin's Creed's probably going to blow again.
Yeah. Disappointment.
I hope I'm wrong.
I hope. Yeah. You're not wrong.
No, I'm not. But
They're
I
not
hope
going
I
to
am.
fix it.
Well, it's a different studio. It's
They
Quebec
wrote-
now.
I know, but they rotate
I
around
don't give a
every time.
shit what studio it is.
No, I thought it was always Montreal.
There's so many people that work on this game. Like I don't think the studio like matters.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
I thought Montreal always headlined it.
No, they wouldn't be able to do one every year. That's too much. It takes like 3 years of development to make one. They whore it out to a different studio.
Who
every
does
time.
Far Cry?
They're done by. Is it Montpelier?
Montpellier?
Maybe I don't really know. There's so many studios that all sound the same there.
Yeah.
From Ubisoft.
They've got a lot of them.
I don't even like.
Frustrating.
Corey, any thoughts on Ubisoft?
You guys joke, but Watch Dogs 2 is definitely in the works, so
Of course it is.
I think that might make an appearance. New Splinter Cell, it's probably time for that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And I heard a couple rumors on a new Prince of Persia, but I don't know
Oh, do they do that game?
anything about that. Yeah.
That's a series I never got into that I wish I had.
Yeah, me neither.
I had one of them that was pretty good.
Yeah. Every time I see it on a Steam sale or something, I'm like, or GOG, somewhere I saw it, and I was like, maybe this is the time. And I just never pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Ubisoft Montreal does Far Cry, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
It was
Well-
Crytek did them before 2005.
One thing we can be sure of is there will be towers to
There will be towers to
climb
climb
up and see opening areas.
which is one of my favorite parts of those games too. Like
It
that
was-
was one of my favorite things about
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed was unlocking the
Eagle
local
view.
Yeah,
It was
but
in the crew.
That's also like my point with like side stuff, like having dots to go to check things out. I like having that in a game for some reason. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That-
it gives it purpose.
Yeah, it gives your
Direction.
It focuses your wandering.
Yeah, because I
guess.
mean, if I heard somebody else talking about how they wish that there were no like waypoints or something in The Witcher, I'm like, no,
yeah,
you'd just be wandering around forever.
yeah, because the landmass is freaking enormous.
Yeah.
There's no way you'd find everything in Skellige either. There's no way. That
I have
place,
yet to go there.
That place is hard to get around. It's reminds me of Skyrim, but
Are we on The Witcher again?
yeah,
Later.
we'll talk
Later.
about that later.
Good game.
Just so you
Okay.
guys know, I'm not crazy. Montreal has done the main series of Assassin's Creed, so
Okay.
it will be different for Quebec to do this one. So maybe it will be a little different. They've helped, as have all the Ubisoft studios, but
Right.
we'll see.
Okay.
Helped or hindered? Go on.
Right.
Who knows, really?
Corey, any other thoughts on Ubisoft?
Nay.
Nay. Okay. Moving on to Sony. Sony is Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Eric's got Chubb over there. Uncharted 4. We'll see Uncharted 4, no
Yeah.
doubt. Probably some indies coming to the system.
I mean, yeah.
They're big into the indies.
Always a big part.
Guerrilla Games announcement. They do Killzone.
I hope. Do they do anything else?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Because
Killzone.
I
think
can't
they're-
get excited for another
Killzone.
Killzone. I don't care about it. I'm done with the first person shooters.
Yeah.
Except Destiny, I'll go back to at some point.
I would buy Destiny if it came out on PC.
Destiny's been teasing me every day.
Yeah, always sits there.
I just want to play it, but I never pulled the trigger.
I'm never getting rid of it again.
Nope, same here.
Because I know I'm going to want to play it again.
And at some point, we'll play it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. A lot of people on my friends list still play it. But anywho.
Morpheus, we'll probably see some stuff
I think
from
that's going to be...
Morpheus.
My prediction is I think that's going to be a big part of their conference. Because I don't feel like they really have an awful lot else going on right now other than that and Uncharted. Ratchet and Clank. Did any of you watch the trailer for that?
No, I forgot to do it before.
Will?
No, but I heard it was awesome.
It was fucking really... It was rad. Like, it's super cool. It looks like a playable Pixar movie is how somebody described it to me, and I thought that was correct. Like, it looks unbelievably polished. And
was that coming out this year?
No. I think it's next year.
Okay.
In relation to the movie that's coming out.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, I remember that now.
Yeah, but you should look at the trailer. I think all three of you can appreciate like how good
the
that game
animation
looks
and art style.
Because you guys have always been at Rayman and that kind of game and like Spyro, stuff like that. I think you guys could all get pretty pumped for that. So I think we'll see more of that.
Nice.
Last Guardian.
Yeah.
The rumors are out.
Yeah.
As they do every year.
You're right.
Since 2010.
Not canceled.
Here's the thing: if we see anything about Last Guardian, I think it's going to be just another little cock tease.
Yeah.
And just so people know it's still around because they keep saying that. But I'm not confident that it's ever going to come out.
Do you think it's just a giant trolling thing by Sony?
That'd be amazing.
That would be
I think if we see it this year, it's because they don't have much else to show.
Okay.
And it's just like a carrot.
Okay.
How great would it be if they showed the exact same trailer they showed in 2010?
I would fucking love that.
I bet you a lot of people wouldn't know.
And didn't even change the coming holiday 2011 at the end of it.
Yeah, that would be pretty great.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Here's the one prediction: No Man's Sky release date.
I fucking hope so. That's the one thing that, above all else, what I would love to see is that being played on Morpheus.
Okay.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
If you want to get me excited, just do that.
Yeah.
And I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in 100%.
I'm hoping to at least see more information about No Man's Sky. Maybe like
at very
coming out in the
least.
fall.
I don't think it's going to come out this year.
You don't think it's going to come out this year?
No. I think that Sony's counting on that as like a console exclusive, but I just don't think it's going to come out this year.
Right.
I really don't.
Yeah, because I had seen, I think it was late last year, that an interview with Sean Murray.
Yeah.
He said he wanted it to come out in 2015, but like you said, I mean, when you're developing a game, you really...
He seems like a smart enough guy that, like, he cares enough about his game and like what people are going to think of it that if it's not ready, he's not going to put it out.
Yeah, and I hope that's the case. I think you're right.
I do too, and I just hope that like Sony doesn't pressure them because they don't have their own new IPs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
they're depending on this little studio to make this game.
I want that game to be so good, and I hope it doesn't get fucked up because of something like that.
You know, I'm glad too that they didn't. You can't pre-order it yet, which is cool.
No early access.
No early access, which is also good. I'm really getting sick of the early access stuff. It's starting to drive me crazy.
You know what pisses me off most about that is that I want to buy every fucking one of them.
There's a lot of them that look awesome.
I'm not going,
but I'm afraid.
The only one I might actually buy is Ark.
I could see that. There's a lot of people playing Ark.
Getting
right
good
now.
like reviews, whatever.
Yeah.
Feedback.
Yeah. There's a handful of games. Like I'll probably buy Dirt Rally while it's still in early access, but it's Codemasters. They've been around forever. It's
right,
not
and they
some
have a good
fly-by-night.
reputation.
Exactly. It's not some fly-by-night indie studio.
It's not the developer of Rust working on his next title.
Right. There's been a few of those. There's been a few of those that have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Corey?
Sony? I've got a few. I think, speaking of No Man's Sky, they're going to really scale back the hype train a little bit on it.
Okay.
Not that they're not going to have something for it, but it's not going to be a centerpiece. That's more of a prediction than a hope.
Do you think they're worried about it?
I don't think they're worried about it. I think, I mean, the development team has come out and said how it scares them that, you know, there's now a lot of pressure on them because people are super excited about it. And I think if it is going to come out this year, like, if they scale back the hype a little bit, it might, I don't know. That might be what they prefer.
It's already kind of dwindled a little bit.
Yeah. I forgot about it until you guys brought it up.
I mean, I remember it because it's the game I'm most looking forward to, but
maybe that's right where they want it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, if they come out and like really blow that out of the water, with No Man's Sky with a release date and like some solid gameplay footage, like that actually looks like the game might be ready, I think that's a huge win.
Yeah, definitely.
They confirmed we'll be seeing some Project Morpheus games.
Yeah, I think that's their focus.
I think Bloodborne expansion.
I
Yes.
heard there's going to be a Bloodborne expansion.
They are working on that. I didn't even think of that. I think that's almost a guarantee.
And how about God of War 4?
Yeah, maybe.
I think you'll see something about God of War.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be much, just like a tease.
And this one I can't take credit for. I can't remember who said it either, but I thought it was really interesting, so I figured I'd share it. Somebody brought up the point that Sony doesn't have a really good third-party exclusive heading into the holidays. So this person's prediction was that they would spend a boatload of money and wrap up a third-party exclusive.
I wonder what it would be.
Yeah, I wonder what it would
Kind
be.
of like
too.
Tomb Raider for Xbox.
Could be Fallout. Could be
Yeah, right.
That would be huge.
could be Battlefront.
it would never be Fallout.
How
People would flip
pissed would
shit.
people be?
But not a long exclusive, just to
That's
get them
fine.
through the holidays, a couple months.
I guess it would be smart for Sony, depending on how much it costs them.
People rioted over Tomb Raider. Like I can't even imagine.
It pissed me off.
Battlefront. Yeah.
I'll be honest, it pissed me off. Because I really liked the Tomb Raider reboot. And now I have to wait.
Stupid Microsoft.
I'm sure they're going to show some of the Uncharted collection,
Yeah.
Nathan Drake collection.
Oh yeah.
Is Until Dawn going to be out before E3?
I think
Just after.
I think July, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think they'll show some Until Dawn. Yeah, I don't know.
Word.
Something.
There's not a lot in the pipeline,
No.
honestly.
Kind of worries me.
I think Uncharted 4 is going to be a big showpiece, obviously. So I don't know. I hope
Word.
they have something up their sleeve. They haven't let me down in 2 years
Yeah.
in terms of E3, so we shall see.
All right. Any other thoughts on Sony?
No.
All right. Nintendo. Nintendo, they're going to have their Nintendo Direct, E3 Nintendo Direct, Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, or no. Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. For 1 hour. That's usually what they are. But they have lots of Treehouse stuff, and they'll have stuff on Twitch. Like I think they're going to do kind of the same thing they did last year. Like everything they show, they have, on their Twitch channel, they'll show whatever hours of it.
It's a good idea to do that
Yeah.
too. I think.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Expected. I think we'll see a lot of Yoshi's Woolly World. A lot of Mario Maker.
Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
I don't know about Fire Emblem.
You don't think so?
They'll have a teaser for it probably. I
'Cause
don't think we'll get a significant amount of information.
Well, it's almost out in Japan.
We already
Comes
had a
out-
teaser for it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Nintendo's going to tease it some more. I don't think we'll like how they've done with Xenoblade Chronicles. They've been teasing it for a while now.
These games
We've seen gameplay of Xenoblade.
Yeah, but when they first announced it, it was a few Nintendo Directs where they teased it a little bit more, and Gamescom they teased it a little bit more, and
That's silly.
tease. Well, that's that's Nintendo. I think we're going to get a Xenoblade Chronicles X release date too. So, Star Fox.
Yeah, Star Fox has to be there.
It's supposed to come out this fall.
Haven't
so.
seen jack shit.
I only know it's coming out this year. That's the only thing I know.
Yeah. I have 2 other predictions for Nintendo.
Okay.
I think they're yanking your chain, and they are going to show something Zelda related.
Oh, really?
Even though they said they're not, I think Nintendo does whatever they want.
That's
And they
true.
just come out, they roll in shit and come out smelling like roses.
Yeah.
And I think that they're just pulling our legs with that.
The lead was Zelda.
I don't know about that, but I think they will show something Zelda related. Oh, well, they're going to show something Zelda related. Hyrule Warriors for 3DS.
3DS.
But I'm talking about, new Zelda.
right. Zelda Wii U.
Right. And Travis actually just mentioned this. He says he really, really wants a new Metroid. I think they're going to tease a new Metroid.
That put that under my predictions.
Yeah.
Metroid. Metroid Prime probably. I don't think it'll be the side-scrolling one. I think it'll be a Metroid Prime.
I hope. I don't want to play a side-scrolling one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind an updated side-scrolling one, but that would be better as like a 3DS game.
I played an updated side-scrolling one, Dan. It's called Axiom Verge.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Okay.
that whole thing's getting a little played out.
Yeah.
I'm ready for something new.
Yeah. I'd love to see a new Metroid Prime.
I think I'm most excited for Nintendo's.
Yeah.
It's the damnedest thing. Those fuckers.
I think they're gonna surprise us again because
I think right.
everyone's talking. Oh, they kind of blew their load. Pardon the visual. Yeah. Last year, this is just going to be catching up. But I think they're going to show up and have a couple things to surprise us. And I'm with you, Eric. I think they will definitely show something Zelda related, and also I think there'll be something Metroid related. But another one I think they could surprise us with is something F-Zero.
Yeah, I could get excited for that.
I could too.
Any Smash Bros DLC?
Lucas.
Maybe the voted
character.
character.
Wait, is this the 14th?
Yeah, no, 15th.
Oh, I was gonna say because then they're gonna be like, oh, Lucas is available now.
Yeah.
What about anything mobile?
Didn't they say there won't be anything mobile?
The new console, they're not supposed to have anything for.
Oh.
Another thing though, they said it, but who knows if they'll actually stick with that.
Right. I thought the mobile thing, they said they were planning on having 5 games within the next 3 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll show anything mobile. I want to say no.
Mm-hmm. I hope not. I don't want the focus to be on mobile. It drives me fucking crazy.
If that's a focus, ugh.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm really excited about Nintendo's E3.
Yeah.
I've got one more.
Let's hear it.
Something I think they need to show is more new Nintendo 3DS games that require the more expensive hardware we paid for.
That make people want to upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. Another one, more Splatoon content that's going to be rolling out. New maps, whatever.
Well, you guys mentioned Hyrule Warriors is coming to 3DS. That would probably require the new hardware.
So. I'd think so, to control the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for that.
Yeah.
I have it on Wii U, but whatever.
That's one I've been wanting to pick up and start playing again, is Hyrule Warriors.
I let somebody borrow. I just asked for it back.
I put up a good 80-something hours into Hyrule Warriors.
That's a healthy amount of game time.
Yeah.
You probably weren't expecting it either.
No, it was one of those things where I'd fire it up whenever I got the opportunity. Before I knew it, I looked at 80.
But like 80, going in,
84 hours.
Were you expecting like?
Oh no, I was like, I'll get 30 hours out of it. And
Yeah.
I'll be happy. I just kind of stopped playing it because we use down here now for streaming. But okay. Any other thoughts on Nintendo?
Nope. No, sir.
I think we're all kind of excited for Nintendo. Right?
We are Nintendo friendly here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Much to Dave and Boston's chagrin. Sorry, Dave. Square Enix, their conference is going to be Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, so it'll be immediately following Nintendo's.
Nintendo's Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Tuesday morning.
Oh, that's right.
Damn it. I gotta work.
Just make your lunch be then, and then a break. Right then.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. Expected, we'll see Tomb Raider, no doubt. That's coming out in the fall. Deus Ex, we'll probably see some of.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15.
Ooh, I hope so. Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah, even if it's coming out next year, they've got to show something.
I saw they just updated the demo with some new stuff.
Yeah, they put like a boss at the end of the demo and stuff. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
This is another one, though. At one point, they said there wouldn't be anything about it at E3.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. How could you not show Final Fantasy 15 and being Square Enix?
Yeah.
It's the one thing everybody is expecting to see.
You'd think.
I am.
Back in April, they said that.
I call bullshit.
Yeah. There'll be something Final Fantasy 15 related. But they're also supposed to announce something new.
Yeah, they said they got something new.
Was it new or was it a reboot of something like a classic franchise?
There was that, but I think they said that's like
Something
a new
new.
IP.
I think they said they have a couple new things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think if they're going to have their own press conference, you'd think because Tomb Raider and Deus Ex are going to be there.
It is a big fall for them, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I hope
Sleeping Dogs too.
Ooh, I'd like that.
I enjoyed Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs was super underrated.
Yeah. Hand-to-hand combat really made that game.
Yep.
I thought.
It's the only
Everything but the last battle was great.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It's the only GTA like game that I like.
Well, Saints
Sleeping
Row.
Dogs. I don't really count that.
Okay.
Why not?
It's
It's in the same vein.
It's the same vein, but it doesn't take itself seriously like GTA. It's
Yeah.
more
I don't
fun.
think GTA takes itself seriously. Trevor?
I didn't play it, so I can't comment.
I don't know. I hate GTA.
Grand Theft Auto 4 took
We're
itself
just
seriously.
we're just not gonna agree on that.
No. I don't get it.
You're right up until 5. 5 was great.
Yeah, I didn't play 5 yet.
I hated that game more than anything.
Yeah, well, missing out.
Yeah, I think I did.
Anyone else have thoughts on Square Enix?
Hitman?
I just
Who?
Hitman?
man.
Hitman?
Oh yeah.
I could see something new from Hitman. It's been a few years
Maybe
since...
that's the new.
Could be. It's been a few years since the Hitman Absolution came out. So we might see a new Hitman announced.
I'm just hoping Deus Ex doesn't come out this year because I'm gonna be poor because of the fall because everything's filling up all of a sudden.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I was just thinking that the other day. I was like, man, this is shaping up to be a pretty thin fall, isn't it? For the wallet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not for the games.
We were saying it was gonna be thin for the games, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah. I'll have to weed a few out here and there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. Any other thoughts for Square Enix?
No, I don't think so.
I got nothing. No predictions for them either. PC gaming. This is the newly announced AMD and PC Gamer Magazine announced they're having a press conference specifically for PC gaming. It's going to be Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Before we do that, Jake in the chat, I forgot to mention it. Any chance Guild Wars comes to console?
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
The targeting for some of the abilities would be really hard to do. I think with they would have to change the game a little bit and have their own separate console servers. But
Okay.
that's probably something that happens generally anyway, with exception of like Final Fantasy 15. I think console and PC players play with each other.
Any chance we see any more Blizzard ports over to console?
Heroes of the Storm.
Oh my god.
I always said I would play World of
Don't
Warcraft.
you say that.
I always said I'd play World of Warcraft if it ever came to console,
Yeah.
but that never happened.
Hearthstone. Come on. It's
I
gonna
mean,
be, it's gonna be
Overwatch.
everywhere.
I'd be down for that.
Overwatch probably would be the one that would definitely get ported.
Overwatch could be a
Shooter.
console port.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to see more Overwatch.
I want to know when
I'm interested.
I just want to know when I can play it.
I thought for a while there I was beginning to become a Blizzard fan, but it turns out I wasn't.
No, that was me that became a Blizzard fan.
Me and Eric.
Because for a while there I was playing both Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm, and I was like, I'm
Uh-oh.
turning into a Blizzard.
Do you know
fan.
what I almost did today?
What's that?
I almost bought StarCraft 2 with the expansion.
Really?
I don't even like that. But it's on sale for $10.
I might buy it.
You're in
Well-
their ecosystem.
Oh,
$10 each.
okay. Well,
So $20 for the
That's
whole
not bad.
package.
I play.
that's not too bad.
Yeah,
I do play.
I might buy it. It depends how much money I spend this weekend.
Okay.
No, Jake, I think that would be great for Guild Wars to put on console with refined controls specifically for consoles. That would be neat. But like I just think of my engineer, and there's a grenade pack that you can equip, and I really just I can't see targeting with that with a controller. I don't see how it would be possible, but that would be neat.
Yeah.
Sorry to derail the PC.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And they'll probably have maybe a release date for their expansion at E3.
That'd be awesome.
But we're mainly focusing on the press conferences for right now. Like I said, the PC gaming one, it was going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 10 or 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't have any expectations for this one. I don't know what it's going to be about. It's going to be a long one. It's supposed to be about 3 hours. But,
Holy crap.
well, there's a lot of things there. AMD is going to be there, obviously, because they're the ones that are putting it on. Devolver Games Humble Bundle. Blizzard is going to be part of that. Bohemia Interactive, which does the Arma series. Cliff Blazinski is going
I
to be
didn't
there.
know Blizzard was going to be
Yep,
there.
Blizzard's going to be there.
Shit.
Heart Machine is going to be there. They're doing Hyperlight Drifter, I think. Paradox is going to be there, which is one of my favorite publishers, developers. Square Enix is going to be there. Cloud Imperium Games, which is Star Citizen. Dean Hall, who does DayZ, is going to be there. Tripwire Interactive, ArenaNet, which is who does Guild Wars. CCP Games, which does Eve and Eve Valkyrie. Creative Assembly is going to be there. Creative Assembly, is that Age of Empires? No.
No, that's an ensemble.
Ensemble, yeah.
But they're
who does
not.
create? What does Creative Assembly do? Someone, Corey, look it up. Fulbright, Frictional Games, Frontier Developments, Nexon, Pixel Titans, SCS Software, Splash Damage, and Microsoft will also be at the PC Gaming press conference.
Total War.
Total War. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I knew that they did something like that. So.
And Rugby World Cup 95.
Sweet.
Perfect. So that's gonna be I think that's scheduled to be about 3 hours. So that's a doozy right
That's
there.
a long one.
That one
Wow.
for me has the potential to be the most fun. Like, kind of in a 6th grade science project presentation kind of way. Just like, I don't know, throwing spaghetti at a wall and there'll be some hits. Because like people like Humble Bundle being there,
Yeah.
you know, they're the type that could keep a really cool secret and something that would affect us because we're all Humble Bundle fans and, you know, something we could get really excited about. So
I wonder what Blizzard's gonna do.
exactly, another one. You know, who knows what they're gonna show at this thing.
Well, they got
There's
all
a-
the Diablo stuff for Heroes coming out. I bet you they're going to show that in Overwatch.
There's a few heavy hitters here too.
I think they're
Square
gonna.
Enix, Paradox, those are big ones.
There's rumors there's gonna be another Diablo expansion too. Yeah.
I got to get that
Oh,
on
yeah.
PC.
Yeah.
I play it.
Alex wants to play too.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I still have to get the expansion, but isn't it like $30?
I think you can get a sale for 25.
Ooh.
For the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh, that's worth it. Totally worth it. Game's so fucking good.
it's awesome, Dan.
See, I've heard it's better for console though than it is
It's
on
pretty
PC.
great for console.
Yeah. It all depends what you'd rather play on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather play console, but Will has it for PC and Alex has it for PC, and Alex doesn't have a.
I have it for PC, but I don't have the expansion.
I own it for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
You have it for all three. Jesus.
All right.
That's sad.
Any other thoughts
On PC?
on anything E3 related?
Dynasty Warriors 9.
Dynasty Warriors 9, huh?
Oh, yeah, I did have one other question. Who reveals Dark Souls 3?
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sony?
it doesn't.
Microsoft?
Yeah, I don't know. That's that. Cause it's gonna be there probably. I would think.
Looks that way.
Yeah, I would say probably Sony.
Yeah.
Only because they don't seem to have as much on their docket.
Oh, is that their exclusive?
That would be pretty big.
Maybe.
I mean, it could be, but that doesn't fit into the holiday window.
yeah,
that's
gonna come out
No,
next
yeah,
year.
sure.
That's true.
But at least it's something.
Yeah.
It's Q1
Yeah.
next year, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Wow.
Really?
That's
crap.
that's the rumor,
Well,
at least.
I mean,
That's
Dark
fast.
Souls came out in was it February?
And something like, yeah, it was really early.
It came out, and then like 2 months later for PC, it came out.
It was a quick
So-
turnaround. I think it was a year sooner than what they have been putting games out.
Wow. See, I like
Yeah.
that they're waiting to announce things to when it's almost ready to come out.
Yeah, I prefer that too.
Way better.
What about you, Corey? Any other thoughts?
Nino Kuni 2?
Yeah. I think that's a
People
good one.
really like that game, and it did well.
I'll say this. It's either going to be Ni no Kuni 2 or Metroid. One or the other. It's not going to be both.
No?
No.
There's no room for both?
No. Not at this E3.
Red Dead Redemption 2?
I could see that. It's been a while.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I saw that turned up in a couple different places is a Legend of Dragoon sequel.
Oh, that's been a while.
It kept popping up. Like, I was reading message
think-
boards and...
Square Enix, right? That's one of their properties. Wasn't it a SquareSoft game?
I don't remember.
Look.
I know it was a PlayStation game.
Yeah, I think
PS.
it was a SquareSoft
PSX.
before Square Enix merger. Maybe that's going to be their
Oh,
Their
you know
reboot.
what we've totally forgot is Persona 5.
Persona 5. Yeah, that'll definitely be at the PlayStation thing. Definitely.
Another one that Travis, I think it's Travis in the chat, mentioned was he'd like to see another Dragon's Dogma.
Oh, yeah, and they're doing Dragon's Dogma Online, but that's not as cool. I want to see the first Dragon's Dogma come to PC. For Christ's sake. Is that too much to ask? Freaking Capcom.
Legend of Dragoon, developed by Sony Computer Entertainment and published by Sony Computer Entertainment.
Oh, so yeah, that could be a Sony thing. That would be neat.
Was it Capcom that said that their strategy moving forward is re-releases?
I don't know. I think Capcom's kind of a disaster right now.
Yeah, it was Capcom
Was
because they
it?
announced Resident Evil 0 remake.
Sick.
Devil May Cry 5.
I'd be on board for that.
I still have to play DMC.
Same.
I want to play that.
So good.
Should split it.
That's what I've heard.
Is that on Steam?
Oh yeah.
I think it's probably on sale now too,
Or it will be.
or it will be. Yeah.
I'd wait
Well-
for a sale.
Most of the games on my wish list are on sale right now, which is scary. But I don't have any money, so
I just purchased my 80th game today
nice.
on Steam. I bit on the XCOM pack, like I told you guys.
I don't
Good.
blame you.
Yeah.
Shortly
Actually-
thereafter.
One of my nibble bits is about XCOM, and something I'll mention to you because
Nice.
it's something I'm going to do myself.
Nice.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
Riz in the chat, Eternal Sonata 2? Never played that.
I
Oh,
played-
yeah.
Was Eternal Sonata the one with Chopin?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah, that was really good.
Is that a JRPG?
I think
Yes.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Why I didn't play it.
Yeah. That was really good.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Well, Riz wants another.
I do too.
I'll take
That-
Body
another.
is ready.
That was an awesome
Game was fun.
I wish I liked JRPGs as much as you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts me that I don't.
I don't know. I think The Witcher's going to really put a hurting on other RPGs for me.
Sure.
Just because the side quests are so well done. And
Later.
there I go, talking about The Witcher again.
You guys in that
Damn
game.
it. God. I can't help it. All right. That it for E3?
Yeah.
I think so. Are you guys excited? What's your excitement level?
Out of 10, I'm probably at about 6.
7.
I'll go 8. Corey?
I'm pretty pumped.
Not that excited this year because I have no money to buy anything. So
That's my situation a little bit too.
Fair enough. Understandable.
I'm
five.
really excited for all the free-to-play announcements. Is
What's your
is Zynga having a press conference?
Oh, God.
Hopefully they're announced during their press conference that they're going
They're
out of
going
business.
under.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we'll take a quick break and be back with Nibble Bits right after this.
All right, I'll be
Do
right
you
back.
have a lot of digital games on your consoles or not really?
I kind of don't like having digital games on my console.
Because I keep thinking that we should connect our consoles so we can share our digital games,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of the same way.
We can do that for when we do get digital stuff.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
I don't know what
Because I buy everything, I just don't play it.
I tend to shy away from digital too.
What do I have that's digital? I don't even remember.
All we have to do is sign in under our accounts on each other's Xboxes and make my account the main one on yours and yours the main on mine. And then we share
That's that easy, huh?
that, and then we could split whatever.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people do. You can do the same thing on PS4, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm for that.
Fuck yeah.
That sub looks really freaking good.
Right?
I love Subway.
Super jealous.
So what do you want to play this weekend?
Well, we'll probably
Nintendo?
Yeah, it'll probably be Smash Brothers. We'll probably play some Mario Kart. Probably bring your laptop in case we want to play like Terraria or something like that.
This fucking hunk of shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this so you can format it.
Okay, that's
Is
fine.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
I'll probably just leave it here.
Because I have this, and then my wife's computer can play some games.
Okay.
Nothing
I wish I
major.
could just bring my computer.
We should have Corey bring his
I
laptop
can't.
too.
Oh,
The lady.
schoolwork.
No,
She'd make fun of you.
she won't let me.
Oh.
I'm sure.
What a lot of people do, people with money, is they build like a small computer for that reason, for taking it over for LAN parties and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why they make a lot of small form factor cases with like
It's a good idea.
handles on the top. Yeah. If I had the money, I'd have one, but
Sure.
I don't.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, because like we could play Age of Empires 2 or something like that. You could play on that.
I'm
I
trying
could
to
play a
think.
handful of games on that, but that overheats and shuts off. So
I could bring my Xbox. If you bring a controller, we can play Mortal Kombat.
yeah, bring all your Smash stuff, Will.
I brought it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just leave it here.
You gotta remind me.
I'll try.
Oh, I have to pack it tonight.
PS4. Should I bring that? I'm trying to think if there's anything
Bring
on
our
there.
Vitas.
What are we going to play on there? Did you get Freedom Wars when it was on sale?
I forgot.
Fetch.
I never remember.
I've heard so many good things about that. I could not pass it up for that price.
What was it, $5?
$5.
Should've did
It's
it.
$40 original.
That's
It's
a huge
supposed,
sale.
yeah, it's supposed to be one of the best Vita games.
Poor Vita.
Yeah,
I forget I own one.
I forget you own one too.
Well, my year playthrough. Oh no, I beat
would-
it this year already.
I probably would use remote play a lot though. I'm into that.
Remote play is nice, except the touchpad
Oh,
on the back sucks.
that's right, because it doesn't have the dual
See,
triggers.
Destiny was nice because it optimized controls.
Oh,
I don't know if the other games have. Like, I can't imagine playing Witcher on there in a
Yeah.
combat. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, throwing grenades, using your abilities. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not consistent
yeah,
enough.
I can see that.
Because I want to. But
I played most of the Witcher on this thing.
if it had triggers,
Yeah,
it would be perfect. It would be fucking perfect.
yeah, not just the bumpers, or even like on the back, just have like buttons you could push in.
Yeah. Something like
Maybe
that.
have the top ones be the triggers and the other ones be the bumpers. Like
Yeah,
in the
whatever.
back. Just switch them.
You guys going about the Witcher again?
Well, I mean,
I've
I
played a
want
lot.
to. I want to play more of it, but
I'm just like to give you guys a hard time
inconvenient.
about it.
remote play would be so nice. Like if it would work for everything. Like if I didn't have to worry about the control scheme, it would
Yeah.
be perfect. But I mean, it was great for Rocket League.
I bet. Yeah, because it doesn't have a lot of buttons and stuff. to
When's that
push.
come out?
July.
Perfect.
I can't fucking wait for that game.
20?
Is Corey pooping?
$20.
Worth it.
Oh,
I'm on board.
are
Can
you
you
kidding
customize
me?
your car?
Yes, there's over like 10 million customization
I like
options.
doing that sort of stuff.
Can I make an emblem?
The emblems I think would be your flag. I hope that they let you because I am immediately uploading a Thumbstick Athletes logo.
I was
Nice.
gonna make a wiener.
Will's gonna make a cock and balls to put on his.
Some people, they make it their goal to, on the Wii U Miiverse to hide pictures of wieners and stuff in drawings that they do,
They do.
because it censors a lot of that stuff
Yeah,
out.
sure.
So
That's why you know the Smash Brothers stage where they take messages off the Miiverse and
Yeah.
put them on in the background.
yeah,
Everybody's like, "This is a terrible idea." People are gonna make wieners.
people will sneak wieners on there.
I love
and
that.
like, like the messages that they have are like tied to your characters that are fighting. So like, if you're Falco and I'm Fox, like it would be Star Fox stuff, and like wieners would be hidden all over
It's awesome.
while you're trying to fight.
But there's like PlayStation specific cars like Sweet Tooth.
Oh, really?
Twisted
Nice.
Metal. Yeah.
That's cool.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait for that game to come back out. So good.
Not far. Are they doing any more betas until it comes out or no?
I wouldn't be surprised. They're pretty active on Twitter and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah. Just about every day they're, on there saying stuff.
Where's
There.
Corey?
Pooping.
Pooping.
Did you say that?
I don't know what he said.
Big schwantz.
I was half listening.
I wonder what time he's going to get down here tomorrow.
The earliest he can be picked up is 3:40.
You're picking him up?
Nope. My mom is.
Oh.
Mommy.
She wants to take the escape
The-
and leave me without a card. I'm like, I have to work tomorrow.
I mean, if she drops you off,
Well, the thing is I'm going to the gym right after, and then I'm going to your house, and then I'm going here. Like, I need a car.
yeah, I was going to say, like, if
We
she
have the-
drops you
we
off,
have the
you
Yaris.
could drive my car to the gym if you wanted. You just have to come pick me up at work.
Well, we have the Yaris.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if it's convenient, whatever.
That's better on gas too for the long drive up to Clinton.
I know. I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah,
I just leave me. I just want the car.
it's hot down here.
I'm actually.
I'm alright.
I'm all right, which
Comfortable.
is shocking.
You usually sweat my nuts off down here.
It hasn't gotten really hot out yet,
Yeah.
so it's only a matter of time.
Well, just wait when I'm drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I'll be feeling it.
I'm gonna have to hook up a fan to keep my laptop cool so it doesn't overheat and shut off like it did last week. That thing's not much longer for this world.
I can't wait to beat you guys in Smash repeatedly.
I told Tyler to come get an ass kicking from you. He goes, yeah, right. I was like, all right, Tyler.
He has no idea.
He only beat me because I was drunk.
I should train again.
I whooped his sorry ass in one game. Wasn't even close. I feel like if I was sober. He literally only did 2 moves. I just wasn't sober enough to take advantage of it.
I'll beat him as Jigglypuff.
You guys weren't waiting for me, were you?
Well, a little bit.
Really?
Sorry.
You need to go get a drink?
I got one right here.
All right.
I might need to put some more ice in it.
He's waiting till I say ready, and then he's gonna say, "Oh, I gotta go get a drink."
Where are we at? Nibble Bits now?
Nibble Bits.
Nibble Tits?
All right, here we go.
Ooh. Getting right
5,
into it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 203 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in our Nibble Bits segment. Will,
Me?
let's get started with you.
Well, my first nibble bit is that Halo 5 isn't going to have local split-screen co-op for the campaign, which is kind of disappointing. They're phasing out the local co-op stuff in every game now. But they're doing it to retain 60 frames per second.
I feel like you could probably set it up so you could lower it to 30 and have it be playable co-op split screen, you know?
I don't know.
Like have the single player run at 60 and then have the split screen run at 30.
Halo 4 did that.
Yeah.
I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think 343 is I don't want to say not good enough to do Halo, but I kind of want to say that
they're not worthy.
Yeah.
I mean, Halo.
Although they did Halo 4, didn't they?
Halo 4 was awesome.
I liked Halo 4.
But
fucking multiplayer was great.
Halo 5 is, I don't know. Having played the beta, and I know they made changes, but it was just terrible. It wasn't Halo.
Well, what do you think about the campaign stuff that came out?
It's the only reason I know nothing about it, but the only reason I'm getting it is because of the campaign.
Well, let me fill you in.
Okay.
This wasn't anybody's nibble bit, was it?
No.
It was in Game Informer.
Okay.
This month, and
I must have missed it.
my understanding, bear with me, I could be wrong, but my understanding is that you are going to be traveling in a group of 4 as Master Chief, and he has 3 Spartan 2s with him. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
But they're all a character that, like, from past Halos, I think. They're not just, like, dummy Spartans.
Joe.
Right. So they're going to be with you at all times. I don't know if you're going to be able to, like, you know how, like,
So it's gonna be
Rainbow
like-
Six, you can tell people to go do stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, like a
Splinter Cell, whatever.
squad-based.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, but that's
the
the
gist
idea.
you get.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more like Halo Reach then, because Halo Reach had the multiple Spartans.
Oh,
too.
did it?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I never, as you know, I never
Yeah.
played the campaigns.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite campaigns. Actually, was
Okay.
on Halo
It was
Reach.
awesome, yeah.
So that, and then Locke has his own team of 4, and those are somehow intertwined. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
This
but-
ties into the finding the truth thing and how they're both
Yeah.
at each other's ends with each other.
right.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 teams of 4 basically, and I don't know.
I mean, I'm interested, and that's why I'm getting it is because the campaign. Because I did like the other ones a lot, even though they're not.
I think what I'm gonna do is same thing I did for like Witcher. Is
Wait for
just
reviews.
watch the 5 minutes Halo in 5 minutes or whatever.
Oh, to catch up on the story.
Yeah, and just play the campaign in 5 because I am gonna get it, but I don't know. I think it sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah,
We'll see. I don't know anything about the multiplayer. I didn't play the beta.
we
But
have a YouTube video for anybody interested.
It is coming with 20 maps
Wow.
for multiplayer, and I think they said all DLC maps are going to be free, and I think they said 15 of them initially.
Holy crap!
I think all of that is accurate.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I guess this is them trying to get
It's good
goodwill.
faith.
Yeah,
Yeah, is what it is.
because they screwed
I'm
up.
sure they don't want to do it that way.
They screwed the pooch on
Boy,
Master
did they.
Chief Collection.
That thing was an abomination.
So I mean, that's all good positive stuff about Halo 5.
Is this coming in October? Is it?
Yes, I think it was October release date.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm getting it, but I'm cautious of it. As I said, I was not a fan of the multiplayer, which is the reason you get those games. But hoping the campaign's good.
They
Yeah.
can't afford to fuck it up.
No.
343 can't, and Microsoft can't afford that.
See, the problem is it's gonna sell so well, but if it's not good, like people are gonna.
Yeah, but then they don't have their big
That's
Heavy
why
hitter.
that's why you have an Xbox is for Halo.
Yeah.
October 27th release date. You know what I just realized, and I really like this about us? We didn't mention Call of Duty during our E3 preview.
Oh, no, we didn't.
And we're not gonna.
No.
Let's keep it rolling.
By the way, the cover is kind of cool.
I forgot about Call of Duty, to be honest with you.
The rumor is that they're switching their allegiance from Microsoft to Sony.
Yeah, whatever.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Anywho, back to your nibble bit.
Moving on, my next one is, did anybody see the Fallout Project Brazil stuff?
I heard a little bit about that, but go ahead.
Corey, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically this is a new Vegas mod that includes its own campaign set in San Bernardino, California. So basically it's a whole new wasteland and story to explore in the Fallout New Vegas engine in just a whole new game. And I guess it's been in development for a few years, and the people who made it said it's their goal to come out before Fallout 4. And now that Fallout 4 got announced, they're like really, putting their foot to the pedal and trying to get this game finished and stuff. And it's going to be free. So, and it looks pretty cool. Did anybody see anything from it? Corey, did you see any gameplay from it?
I don't think I did, actually, now that you mention it.
It looks pretty impressive for a mod.
Yeah.
As I said, it's like its own whole new game. And I'm interested to kind of try it out and see, how it plays and whatnot.
Yeah.
'Cause it looks pretty awesome, and I wanted to give that game the people a shout out for that.
Hopefully it's less buggy than New Vegas. I'm sure it will be.
It probably will be, because
Since
those
it's a mod.
people
Yeah.
who make mods, they don't.
They're usually pretty well done.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole big mod. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it fixes most of the bugs in New Vegas, and it's just done by people. So
It's
there's
crazy
that.
that game came out so buggy too.
Oh, it was terrible. It's still I played it maybe 2 years ago. I didn't put the bug fixing mod or whatever on it, but it was still kind of bad.
Yeah.
Bugs and crashes and
See, the thing
terrible.
The thing that makes me mad when people are talking about Fallout 4, like, well, it's a Bethesda game, it's gonna come out broken.
But why is that acceptable?
It's not.
It's not, but I didn't have any issues with New Vegas or Fallout 3, and I didn't have that many issues with Skyrim.
I didn't with Skyrim, and I didn't play the others enough to know.
Skyrim was pretty solid on release.
Yeah.
There was bugs. There's going to be bugs in that type of game, but
it's gonna happen.
nothing game breaking. Like New Vegas when it first came out, like I don't think I could play it for like 2 weeks.
But that wasn't made by Bethesda.
No, it was made by Obsidian.
So I want everybody to shut up that their games are broken when they come out.
Yeah. I don't remember Fallout 3 being broken when it came out.
I don't remember. I don't even remember having a bug when I played through it the multiple times that I've done that.
Yeah. I'm sure there was bugs, but nothing like I said, New Vegas was unplayable when it first came out until they patched some stuff.
See, even when that came out, like I don't remember having anything that stopped me from being able to play.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just lucky.
Maybe.
With bugs and whatnot.
Maybe. Go ahead.
Anyway, my last one is Heroes of the Storm is getting a new patch June 30th, and it's going to have a Diablo map called the Battlefield of Eternity, and a new character, the Butcher.
Which was somebody I said that I hoped
was coming. So the map's pretty cool. It's a split between, me and Eric talked about it a little bit. It's a split between heaven and hell. On one side is all like demonic and evil looking, and one side's all angelic and like light and cool looking. And what happens is it's a 2-lane map. There's a top lane and a bottom lane. And in the middle in the jungle, an angel and a demon fight in the middle of the map. And what happens is when that spawns up, the players go in and take out the other team's, like, I don't know, avatar sort of thing. And when you take it out, if you're on the angel side, the angel will help push with you. And I guess it spawns on different parts of the map, and you have to run to that fight where these two
that's cool.
creatures are fighting and duking it out, and they're even strength. So like the two of them just fighting, it's a wash. Like nothing happens. So like the players have to come in and help for it too.
It's just a big giant team fight.
That's basically what they said. It said this is a pretty big map, but there will be
big.
There's a lot of team fights.
Yeah.
Which gets
centered around the battle.
The battle, yeah.
The battle between good and evil.
Exactly, yeah. That's why the whole event is called the Internal Conflict. And they showed off artwork, and King Leoric is going to be a character, which has been teased for a while, but I don't know what else after that they're going to do. They said like there's going to be multiple maps featured around Diablo. Like Eric said that, and like I watched an interview, and he did say maps and more characters. So like I'm kind of interested to see what they have in store. They said that this is a test run, that they're trying out like this themed event for a while, And like, if people are getting tired of Diablo like content, like they're gonna next time they do one for StarCraft, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, they're gonna they'll have more experience with how long they want to do it for and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I heard that they were going to start adding Overwatch characters after Overwatch comes out.
Yeah,
so that's also cool.
Yeah, and the more. See, when there's no patch for Heroes for a while, I'm like, I hate this game. It's stupid. They don't support it enough. But when a patch gets announced, I'm always so giddy.
And I pull my wallet out and spend $13 on whatever they've released.
Yep.
Nice.
Is this the Butcher? The Butcher from
Yes.
the first Diablo?
Yeah, the first and third.
Oh, he's in the third?
Yeah, he's the Act 1 boss.
Oh, I don't remember.
Spoilers.
He is a melee assassin.
Yeah, I guess how he's played is when he kills a minion or a hero, the minion or hero drops fresh meat, and he collects that meat, and it stacks up to 20 or 25, and he does more damage the more meat he gets. So I guess he's a very selfish character, and like he goes off alone to do his own thing to get these health bonuses and damage bonuses. So I guess he could be pretty powerful.
I'm interested. I'm gonna buy him.
Oh
so,
yeah,
whatever. Looking forward to that.
Very nice.
That's my last nibble bit.
All right. What do you got, Eric?
Let's see. I already mentioned Hyrule Warriors coming to 3DS. That's exciting. I already talked about Ratchet and Clank. Sunset Overdrive is there's a 3-hour trial right now on Xbox Live for Xbox One. That goes until the 15th. So today's the 11th. A few more days after this goes up. Definitely play that. One of my favorite games from last year. Can't recommend it enough. And it is also on sale right now for Xbox Live Gold members for I think it's under $30. That's a friggin' steal for that game. And my last one, a game we're going to talk about later, Splatoon got a new map yesterday. I was actually playing it when the map got released. So I played a couple matches on it. It's called Kelp Dome. So we'll talk about that later.
Sweet.
Yes. That's it.
Okay. Corey, what do you got?
Destiny's newest expansion leaked to Kotaku. Did any of you guys read about it?
No, a little bit.
I know what it's called, but other than that, I don't know.
Kind of sucks. The one guy that didn't play Destiny is going to talk about this. It's called The Taken King. It's out September 15th. This is all according to this leaked report, so take it with a grain of salt. There will be a new subclass. It will cost $40.
What?
Wait, this isn't in my season pass already?
No. This is an expansion, not a DLC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
New strikes, new PvP maps, and a new raid.
$40?
I mean, I don't know. Destiny is such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, God, I don't know if that's enough content for $40. I really don't know. I mean, I guess
It's hard to tell with it before it's out.
It is. It is really hard to tell. And who knows what the raid's going to be like. I feel like people beat those pretty easily after the first couple tries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are Tito, one of the listeners, he's soloed one of them. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's enough content. I guess if you really love Destiny, it probably is enough content.
Well, let me read. There is some more information about the specifics, but it was just gibberish to me.
Okay.
I'll just read this to you and see if it means anything. The Taken King will have a raid pitting players against Oryx, father of Crota, who is apparently looking for revenge and leading a new army of baddies called the Taken. Crota, you may remember, was the big bad raid boss in the game's first expansion pack.
Oh yeah, Crota.
That doesn't really give you too much information.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, are there new PvP maps? But is there like a new playable area?
That's the thing is they need to release is more
A new
playable
planet.
areas with more story. I guess the House of Wolves expansion, the story stuff is supposed to be a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, and they need to release more of that.
I still say if it comes out on PC, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah,
and play
it's they want it to be like an MMO. And how much are MMO expansions when they come out?
Depends.
Yeah. I don't know.
$30.
And that game was so much to develop, like cost-wise. Remember how much that was? It was some crazy.
yeah.
Like 400 million or
It was
something like that.
crazy. So I think that that's why they have to charge so much for this stuff. But I don't know. There's just something about Destiny that makes me like it. I can't explain it, can't describe it.
I mean, I'm probably gonna buy the expansion.
Oh my god, absolutely.
And I haven't even played the game.
When I get to it, who knows?
We might not have even
Might never get to it.
Yeah, we might not even start the game again.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's funny you describe it that way, Eric, because I've heard a lot of people talk about Destiny, and when they describe it, they never really describe anything that makes me say, "Oh my god, I want to play it." But whenever people talk about it, like they talk about it with such passion and like
It's just fun.
interest that I really want to play it because of that.
I think the shooting mechanics are so cool.
They're
and
very good.
It just feels great. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have another way to describe it. Like it's in space, first of all, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
There's something alluring about the grindiness to it. To me, at least, I can see why that would turn people off for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I've kind of gotten into that whole thing recently. I don't know. There's just something about that game that just, at least me, it grabs a few of my short hairs and keeps me there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really one of the only games I've ever purchased more than once and regretted trading in. So.
Well, like Dan, if it comes to PC, I'll probably pick it up.
And I don't have an answer for if it's worth $40.
Like I said, it's hard to tell that before the game comes out.
Yeah.
It really is.
I still see it is the most played game on my friends list on PS4. Every day I have 3 or 4 friends that are playing it.
Yeah, people love
It's
that
a very
game.
interesting game.
Yeah, it is. We should do a study. Why do people like Destiny?
What's it about it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Everybody's Gone to the Rapture has a release date as of today, August 11th. This is the PS4 exclusive by the Chinese Room. They're the ones that did Dear Esther. I don't think you guys didn't play Dear Esther, did you?
Oh, you did, right?
I own it.
Yeah, I have it too. I just haven't played it.
And Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. Dan, didn't you play that?
No, I have it, but I haven't played it.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about this game. All I can tell you is that it's an indie adventure game, and if it's anything like Dear Esther, you expect a good atmosphere, minimal user interface, and really good graphics. So,
From what I've seen, Corey, that sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You just kind of go around and there's, God, I want to say there's like a limited number of people, and it's kind of like a, I don't know, post-apocalypse kind of thing.
Yeah. Rapture is a biblical thing.
Yeah, and there's only a limited number of people there, but all of their stories kind of tie in together.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any combat in it. I think it's just like a story that's woven together in this really cool-looking world.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I might get it depending on how much it is.
Yeah, if it's like 15 or 20 bucks.
I
it's a
could
buy.
see that being a PS Plus game too, honestly.
Right.
We'll see. Is that not coming to PC?
Nope.
I think it's
PS4
PS
exclusive.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I think eventually it will. Cool.
Well, what did they just announce today? And I'm like, oh my god, enough's enough. Like,
Who?
oh, this game's coming to Xbox One and PS4, and it's like, I can't remember what game it was.
Darksiders 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that was announced a while ago.
It leaked.
Yeah, it leaked and it was
Oh, it was
officially,
officially announced? Oh.
Yes, I was
Okay,
like,
that came out like, what, 3-4 years ago?
well, it's just like, how many, do people really want these games? I mean, I don't know, it's just frustrating.
I mean, I still want to play the Darksiders series.
I
but-
like that everything sort of comes out for everything, so, you know, the bigger the library on any system, the better, but it's just, I don't know, that is news is just depressing to me.
Well, I think games media is trying to latch on to anything to build momentum going into E3.
There's been so many announcements leading up to E3. Is
I know.
it usually like this?
I don't
No.
remember.
I mean, that's just kind of the world we live in,
Yeah,
you know?
can't keep anything secret.
No.
Yep.
The Witcher 3 sold 4 million copies in 2 weeks.
Pretty impressive.
That's
It's
a lot.
very impressive considering Grand Theft Auto 5 only sold 2.6 million in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, Grand Theft Auto 5 also wasn't on PC when it got released either.
that is true.
Good point.
That is
I guess
very true.
I
But
guess
still.
the GOG version has sold more copies than the Steam version
It
too.
was, wow, was the Steam version pre-sale cheaper?
Yeah, I bought it for $47
Okay.
on Steam. And And they also had the Green Man Gaming had it for like $38 too.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Well, Good Old Games came with a bunch of extras, I think.
No.
Didn't
I don't
they?
think-
They must have, because it's
Yeah,
Poland.
but I know, but CD Projekt Red tried to keep that stuff to a minimum, like retailer specific.
Pre-order bonuses.
Yeah, they kept all that stuff to a minimum. If you pre-ordered it, you got a few things, but I think it was if you pre-ordered it from anywhere.
I wonder if they're including the pirated versions of the Good Old Games Witcher 3 in that number.
I don't know.
DRM free.
DRM free. Yeah.
But Will's, I was just actually looking through Will's Good Old Games because I've been using his to play The Witcher, and there's some extras in there that seem pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Steam version comes with that.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, they wanted it to be the same across all platforms.
Are you talking about like the free DLC that they've been putting out?
No,
No.
the like, it's stuff that would normally come like in a packaged box, but since it's digital, it's just like PDF
Yeah, like
versions
art
of
stuff.
artwork and
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
cool little booklets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Microsoft announced their new Xbox One SKU. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive with the new controller, which we talked about last week, I think.
Yep.
And a matte finish. Will be available in North America June 16th and select markets, quote, later this month. $400. And the 500 gigabyte model will drop permanently down to $350. What do you guys think about that?
It took them too long for the controller thing, as far as plugging in a headset goes. That's kind of silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, these systems need bigger hard drives for sure. I mean, I think a lot of people are going digital now, and 500 gigs is just not enough.
No.
Not even close.
I actually read too. It was a post. Someone might have been on Reddit or whatever, and like in the United States, like we have a lot of places where you can buy physical copies of games, but this person was in like Brazil, like out in the middle of nowhere. He's like, I buy digital games because I can't. It's not easy for me to get to a place where I can buy. So
Because he's a drug lord.
Well, no, he just
Working
lived
the
in a
coke
small,
fields.
he lived in a small village in Brazil, and he's like, I buy digital games, and my hard drive fills up too fast. That was one of his complaints about the system.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure it does.
So, because most games are like 40 to 60 gigabytes now, including system files, and then the PS Plus games that you get for free.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna fill that hard drive up really fast.
Is it just me, or are PC games generally smaller file size?
No, they're about 40 to 60 gigabytes now.
No.
Big games?
Yeah, the Witcher was like 56 or something, or
I thought it was only like 25.
no, it was more than that. And you're right, Titanfall was like 50
But
gigabytes.
Titanfall was the only game that I remember that was huge.
Star Wars: The Old Republic is like 128 gigabytes
That's
with all the stuff that's added to it now.
absurd.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I'm in the process of researching my new hard drives.
Hard drive.
Gonna do PS4 first and then Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my Xbox hard drive is more full than my PS4 one.
Is it really?
Because most of the games I have downloaded on my PS4 are like small indie games.
Oh, gotcha.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was shocked by how much space I had left on my PS4 compared to my one.
Yeah, me too. I actually have quite a bit left on my PS4. But, I don't know. I'm not going to play a lot of the ones on my Xbox. See, the ones that I had digitally on Xbox were through EA Access, which I canceled again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can't use them anyway.
Yeah, I uninstalled all of them.
Okay. Corey?
Lucas from Earthbound is coming to Super Smash Bros. On June 14th.
Word.
Yay!
Will's pumped.
I'm happy.
Will's
shouldn't-
super pumped.
He shouldn't have been caught in the first place.
Well, I mean, it's just going to be a clone of Ness.
Shut up.
But
Shut
I'm
your
with
mouth.
you. I'm with you.
He has different moves.
How much is Mewtwo?
5.
I should purchase that.
Yeah. He's good.
Is he?
Yeah, I have a lot of fun.
So is that how much Lucas is going to be too?
Probably.
Cool.
I think he's available early in the morning, too, if I remember reading correctly.
Nice.
So I'm going to get up early and buy him.
Buy him before everyone else does.
Be the first.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was the first person to play the Kelp Dome map on Splatoon.
You're also the first person to play Johanna.
Yeah. So
Look at you.
have that to my name.
Okay.
Corey, is that it?
That's it for my nibbly bits.
All right. Last up, me, Nibblebits. In XCOM 2 news, Firaxis has stated publicly that they are not opposed to a console port of XCOM 2 eventually, but they're heavily invested in the PC version right now due to extensive mod support they will be including in the game. The game will release with modding tools allowing the community to mod XCOM 2 to their heart's content. Firaxis was reportedly so impressed by the Long War mod for XCOM, they decided to include the tools with the game. And that's what I wanted to talk to you, Eric, about, was because I know you bought XCOM.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mod called the Long War, which adds significantly more stuff to it than like support for up to like 12 soldiers on a battlefield at the same time. A bunch of different classes, a lot more battles that you have to do for your, the lead up to the end of the game.
Okay.
I wasn't even
It's
made
supposed
aware
to-
of this when I played through it recently.
Oh yeah, the Long War is really popular right now for XCOM players.
Cool.
Corey, have you heard of the Long War?
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, look up those at home. Look up Long War for XCOM.
Will do. Now, where do I find? Is that right
It's
on
on
Steam?
no, it's on Nexus Mods.
Nexus Mods?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the Steam Workshop stuff has
Okay.
I don't think Steam Workshop is on XCOM,
Gotcha.
but I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. But
Cool.
yeah, it's on Nexus Mods. That's where that's.
I couldn't pass that one up for $10 for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
DLCs and whatnot.
Yep. I'm gonna play it again. I want to play it again before XCOM, and I think I'm gonna try and play the Long War. I've heard it's pretty hard.
I never beat it. So
Brutal. Oh, you never beat XCOM?
No.
It's hard.
Nah.
It's real hard. Yeah. You beat it. It was one of your 4 in February games, wasn't it?
Yeah, I breezed through it, actually.
I think one of my favorite characters died, and I really needed him. And I just said, fuck this.
You can screw up your game by
Yeah.
having that happen.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that's XCOM 2 news. Despite rumors and wishful thinking to the contrary, Fallout 4 will not be coming to the PS4 and Xbox 360. The rumors were put out to pasture with a quote from one of the devs who said, quote, "It is not coming to the 360 and PS3. The stuff we're doing will never work there."
Yeah.
Got a feedback about that, Dan.
Okay.
Jake basically said that.
Good. Yeah.
Good, because he feels like games are being held back by
Oh,
that.
yeah, definitely.
So.
Definitely. So I think we're all in agreement. That's a good
Oh,
thing.
God.
It's time to move on.
Yep.
Wargaming has announced that they will be doing a reboot of the classic 4X strategy series, Master of Orion. The World of Tanks, Warplanes, and Warship developer purchased the rights to the Mu franchise from Atari in 2013 and has sourced the reboot to NGD Studios with key members of the original development team. It will also be a full game with a purchase price and not a free-to-play microtransaction bonanza. So, Corey, I think you'll be excited to hear that.
I don't know. He dropped the last one.
Will you shut your mouth?
I knew this was going to come up. That's coming back in next year, though.
Yeah, I issued a retraction the following episode after if you don't know what we're talking about, after I drunkenly removed Master of Orion 2 from my top 10 games list.
Talk you into it.
You have to wait a year.
Do I have to wait a year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, I have to wait till episode 300.
Uh-huh.
It's
You
2
made,
years.
You made your bet.
2 years.
Corey. You lay in it.
How do you feel now, Corey?
That's all right.
What was the other game that you were debating on taking? EverQuest, was it?
EverQuest. What did Dan want me to take off?
I think I wanted you to take off EverQuest.
I was-
Yeah, he did.
I was saying Age of Empires, too.
We were all pulling you in different directions.
Yeah, we're.
Because I think
real
Mu 2
difficult for me.
Mu 2 still holds up. It still plays pretty well.
Yeah, it
I
does.
actually have it on GOG.
Yep,
EverQuest, not
not
so
so
much.
much.
But that was one of the criteria I used when I made my list. That wasn't necessarily the criteria that you used when you did your list. So
So Corey's not excited for this at all.
You remember Master of Orion 3, Dan?
yeah, it was awful.
Terrible.
But I guess there was a fan mod that made it good.
I have never been more excited for a video game in my life than I was for that game,
And it was
sucks.
garbage.
and it was garbage.
Hot garbage.
Although I do, Stupid little side story. Tell it quick. I do remember, Dan, you bought it, and
Yeah.
I obviously wanted to play it. I think I was young. I don't remember how old. Maybe like 13. And I put it in one of the computers of ours, and the CD exploded. Do you remember this?
Vaguely.
That happened to me and somebody else too with another game.
It shattered in the disk drive. I don't know why. And
God.
I don't know if I ever even told you until after the fact.
You told me later, and I was already done with it. Like I had played it for a few days, and I was like, "This is crap."
But I remember being really nervous that you were going to get mad at me.
Well,
But I sent an email to the publisher, who I believe was Quicksilver. Does that sound right? Which I don't even know if they're still around.
I'll check.
uh,
I don't remember. But they asked me to send them the shattered CD. I didn't, because I think I had thrown it away. I just sent them the empty box, and they sent us back a new CD. So that was nice of them.
that was nice of them.
Quicksilver. Yes.
Quicksilver. They're still around?
Let me check that.
I highly doubt it. I think
Yeah,
they,
I know.
I think they went out with Master of Orion 3.
Atari had the rights to Master of Orion for whatever reason. I don't know if Atari bought Quicksilver and shut them down or.
Corey, what did you think Dan was going to do to you? Has
don't
he
know.
ever gotten mad in his life?
Yeah, when we were little, he'd get mad and yell at me and make me feel bad, but that's about it.
So it was more of a mental assault than anything.
Well, when you're younger, you get upset.
Yeah.
Like if I shattered Dan's game disc now, I'd be like, sorry.
And Dan would be like, all right, you're right. That's fine.
I probably had it coming.
He'd be like, I have 300 games on Steam, whatever.
I don't want for games, that's for sure. No, I still do want for games. I was still excited for the stupid Steam summer sale.
Oh yeah, very
Even though I
exciting.
don't need anything or have any money for anything. But anyway, my last nibble bit, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions is now available on the Google Play Store.
All
I'll buy
right.
it. Comes on sale.
I didn't know that wasn't out there yet.
What is this now?
Final Fantasy Tactics War of the
Oh,
Lions.
yeah,
It's
I
just
saw
the updated Final Fantasy Tactics available on Google Play.
Nice.
So
Is that it for Nibblebits?
that's it for nibble bits.
Nice.
Yeah. Moving on to our weeks. I'll start. I streamed. Was it last Friday? Friday nights, me and my wife are going to start streaming, as I said, co-op Wii U games. We streamed last Friday, but I didn't realize until I watched a recording later that the game volume was way too high and the microphone volume was very low. So I'll have that fixed next time we record, which will not be tomorrow night, Friday night, because my wife surprised me with a few days off. She herself and the two kids are going. She's going to stay with her mom for a couple nights, and we're having kind of a guys' weekend. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, she won't be around tomorrow to
Can't
stream.
fucking
So
wait.
I think we're gonna stream Sunday night.
Oh, cool.
So and I'll have the audio issues fixed at that point. So I was gonna stream myself too because I'm gonna start streaming Sunday and Monday nights. But let's see, Star Wars Republic Commando won't stream. I can't figure out why.
Huh.
And then I was gonna do the Force Unleashed, but it runs like crap on my computer, so I gotta fix it. So I was like, wow, what am I going to play? So I bought Fallout 3. I was going to play Fallout 3, but I was like, I'm playing The Witcher right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to start Fallout 3 now while I'm in the middle, like
Wait.
50 hours into The Witcher.
Wait
Don't
So,
till,
do
like,
it.
yeah, I'm gonna play it eventually. But
Don't wait till 3 years from now.
why?
I think that's part of my issue with The Witcher is I just got done playing Dragon Age. Spending 120 hours in Dragon Age.
Yeah, I mean the Fallout wouldn't take that long though. I think it takes like 30 hours. I'm with you, Corey. Like The Witcher's probably going to take me 100 hours. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it over the summer probably because that's the only time I'm gonna have time. But I also want to do Mass Effect. But you're right, like the lengthy RPGs. I didn't want to start another one while I still have to finish Pillars of Eternity.
I don't
That
think
sort
I'll
of-
go back to that.
You know,
As much as
I'm gonna go back.
I liked it, I thought it did a lot of things right. There's nothing calling me back.
right? Yeah, I want to go back to it.
I want to give it a whirl.
It's a doozy.
You could
Probably
play
won't, but
well as soon as the what's it called? The other PoE Path of Exile expansion comes out. You can do more than 2-player, right? Well,
Of course.
we should all play that.
is that the Diablo-like game?
Yeah.
Like
You
Diablo
guys
2.
played without me?
That's Torchlight.
Oh, Okay. Yeah, I'm down for Path of Exile.
We'll include you on this one.
Oh, thank you.
PoE.
Awfully noble of you.
I try.
We could play Torchlight 2 again.
I would do that.
No, fuck you guys.
It's been a while.
Eric, there's a Gauntlet expansion. We could revive Three Big
That
Queens.
game
And
sucks, dude.
I liked it. I had a good time playing that.
It was that bad.
I had a great time, but that game blows.
Yeah, that game's bad, but it was fun.
Well, yeah, of course it was fun.
Everything's fun with friends.
Yeah.
So
We could stand near each other and just punch each other. It'd probably still be pretty fun.
as long as we were drinking.
Yeah.
We're just giggling.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that. That was an early Father's Day present, and she's leaving a bunch of food. Like the table upstairs is just filled with chips.
As far as gifts go, it doesn't
What?
really get much better than that.
No, it really
absolutely not.
doesn't.
Because
When you're in Dan's position, like where you're a stay-at-home dad,
yeah,
like, and that's what you do, and you're around
Yeah.
your kids all the time, and
Yep.
you love your children,
absolutely love them to
obviously,
death.
and your wife.
Yes.
But that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, just a break because I was telling her like last year at this time, like I was working at the golf course and stuff, and that was pretty much being alone because I would just get on my tractor and I didn't talk to anybody the entire 8-hour day. I
Clear your
would
head.
listen to my podcast, right? And I don't have that now.
Yeah.
So it was very nice of her to. She had planned this with you guys like
Yep.
starting a month ago or so.
Yep. I was so excited.
It surprised me. I think it was Tuesday. She surprised me with the info on it. So
I was glad she did.
yeah.
Because I had been wanting to like kind of plan out if we were going to be able to go to Sausage Saturday. Because immediately I was like, yes, Dan would love that.
Yes, I would.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And Corey would love it.
Yep. I'll be
I mean-
having a beer Saturday morning.
Oh, God. So excited.
Very excited too.
And it's a good opportunity for us to like stream ourselves.
I was going to
playing-
ask, should we spend a few minutes and talk about our game plan?
I don't know what my game plan is.
Game-wise?
Round table.
I'm gonna have you guys sit on the couch and be quiet, and I'm gonna play The Witcher.
Well, it's funny you say that because
wanna play.
I don't know if Eric, I don't know if I talked to you about this, but when Val first asked me, I was like, "Geez, Val, that's really nice. It'll be a lot of fun." But then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Dan would probably really just want to be alone and play video games by himself.
Sorry,
Nah.
Dan, that's not happening.
No, that's fine.
So
No,
you're stuck
no.
with us, but
Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean I'm excited for it. It'll be nice to
yeah, it'll be fun.
relax and play some games and drink some beers and eat like a fat pig. So
Just don't eat so much pizza again that you guys just pass out and like can't
that's
move.
probably gonna happen.
You're gonna have to help me with that.
Yeah.
Like, if you see me doing it, if you see me get 3 slices and eat them and then go back in the kitchen, just be like, Eric.
Why don't you slow down?
Glass of
remember-
water, Eric.
Yeah.
Glass of water.
Yeah, I
Eric,
can
you fat ass.
I can very easily food coma on pizza. It's dangerous.
I mean, I guess my question is for game plan wise, do I need to bring anything? Game wise?
Bring your laptop.
Yeah, bring your laptop and have the randomizer thing ready.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think
Terraria.
Dave will be thrilled to hear this, but we probably a lot of Nintendo gaming.
Probably a lot of Nintendo.
It's where all the best multiplayer's at.
Yeah.
Terraria, yeah. Dan mentioned
Terraria,
Terraria.
Age of Empires, stuff like that.
Well,
Do you have any other board games, Corey?
I have Settlers of Catan.
That's fun. Definitely bring Risk Legacy though.
I don't know what else I have over there. I can't see them from here.
Yeah, it's dark in there.
Jake said if for some reason we don't show up, Dan will have one really huge forearm and laptop burns on his thighs.
And I would definitely have laptop burns on my thighs because that laptop gets hot.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so that's my week.
Nice.
Like I said, we'll stream Sunday night instead of Friday night this week, and I will have the audio issues fixed definitely. I've been tinkering with all the audio stuff for streaming and rearranging the studio and all that fun stuff. So stuff keeps getting screwed up. But Will, how was your week?
It's good. I've been watching some of the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah, the 2 games I watched were the ones Tampa lost, which is kind of sucks because I'm rooting for Tampa Bay.
So it's
Right.
your fault.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch anymore.
Pulling the Corey.
Yeah, I don't know.
We flipped on game 1 for like 10 minutes, and neither of us were watching it, so I just turned it off.
They've been good games.
Yeah.
It's just I very much dislike the Blackhawks at this point.
It's been hard for me to get into it since my team got eliminated. I'm just like, I don't really care.
I'm one of those people that when I watch sports, I can't passively just like watch it and not care. There's something always happens where I'm always like, screw that other team, and start rooting for somebody else. So I'm either really happy or disappointed after every game.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to learn to not be like that. It's not good for the health.
I actually watched about 10 minutes of the NBA Finals.
Holy Christ! What prompted you to do that?
It came on. We had the TV on. We like have the TV on and aren't watching
It's the last thing I expected to hear from you.
I know. Well, I was just sitting there, like I was on my tablet reading an article about something, and I looked up and I was like, oh, basketball's on. So I watched for like 10 minutes and then we changed it. But
I've been saying like sports have gone so bad this year that I'm just rooting for Golden State, and I never.
Steph Curry's really good.
I made a bet at work. I said with somebody that if the Warriors win the finals, I would buy a Steph Curry shirt.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anyway, to hockey, because basketball.
Right.
If you guys want to see a good video, watch the Arizona Coyotes fans rip apart the Glendale City Council. That's a pretty good video of a female fan giving it to the Glendale for chasing the Coyotes out of Glendale and their new sick arena that they got built.
It's depressing to me.
You know, I feel really bad for the Coyotes.
Yeah.
I don't know. They always say that I like the non-traditional markets like Florida and Arizona because they're growing the game there in places. They're just going to move a team to Quebec, and that's not making any new fans at all.
Can you explain it like I'm 5? What's going on?
See, I'm not the one to explain it very well. I'm waiting for the Merrick and Wyshynski to do their episodes so they can explain everything
so they can articulate it to you, and then you can relate it to everyone else.
Exactly. But from what I gather, I think that the Glendale City Council is upset with the well, you know how the Coyotes just got a new owner and like they're finally starting to get a little stable?
Yeah.
I think they've been unhappy with them losing money and they weren't good this year, so they found a shady way out of their arena contract. Like like a loophole and something. They found one of those basically and were able to get the Coyotes out of there.
Yeah, I heard I was listening to a radio interview with one of the owners, partial owners or something like that, and he said that they pulled out like an old random clause somewhere that they used that really shouldn't apply to this, but they interpreted it in a certain way. Yeah. You know, political gamesmanship, as he called it. Interpreted the law in a way that allowed them to get out of the contract.
Lawyers can find creative ways to do stuff like that.
Not to mention, they waited for the owner of the Coyotes, Andrew Barroway, to leave Arizona to go because he was doing some trip somewhere or whatever. They waited for him to leave and then called the meeting to kick them out of their arena. Is what happened. And I guess the same thing sort of happened with they didn't support the Cardinals either. And the Cardinals like moved out of Glendale or whatever. Like they've been terrible to their sports teams apparently. It's a shame. So everybody kind of hopes that they go to where the Suns play, and they like do the split arena, like kind of like Boston and New York does it.
Huh.
But as I said, I always feel really bad for the non-traditional markets because everybody craps on them.
Yeah. Especially for the fans.
Yeah,
it's good for the USA Hockey though. We're starting to get a lot of players from like Southern California and Texas,
well, people are saying like the next #1 draft pick next year is Austin Matthews, and he grew up in Arizona.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
and not to mention this Stanley Cup final. You know, granted the Blackhawks are in it, but it's also Tampa Bay. This Stanley Cup final is like the highest rated in the last 18 years or something like that.
You know the third highest market that's watching?
Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
They love them some hockey up there.
Yes, they do.
Good people.
Yeah. Jack Eichel is a Buffalo person.
He
God. Did you see him give Don Cherry the Team USA jersey?
No. Do I need to look that up?
I mean, it's nothing spectacular. It's just funny because he gave Don Cherry, who is a notorious he's Canadian, but he's a huge fanboy.
Okay. See, I don't know all that stuff.
Team USA jersey.
Yeah, he's kind of a prick, Jack Eichel.
Perfect.
Said he's the best player in the draft.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
People say he's the best two-way player. He's far better than McDavid two-way.
It's called confidence.
I'm all for it.
The Jeff Merrick made the point that Connor McDavid doesn't fit the Buffalo sort of mentality, but Jack
He's
Eichel.
not blue collar.
No, Jack Eichel is Buffalo.
He's gonna work a little harder on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Drink a little more on weekends.
Drink a lot more on weekends. You just can't wait until Patrick Kane comes late in his career to the Sabres. Two of them are hitting the town, painting it all sorts of red.
Oh yeah.
Just
slaying the town.
Buffalo women on each arm. Oh, and a case of Bud Light on their laps.
Yeah.
In a limo that's barely running. Those are good guys.
Those are good guys.
That's Buffalo right there.
In a nutshell.
That's a beautiful image now.
It's going to happen. Mark it down.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen.
I'm hoping Buffalo gets to be really good in a few years, Eric.
The Sabres?
Yeah.
Oh, they got a good young foundation. I saw today they might buy out Hodgson.
They just need goalies. A goalie.
They do. I guess I don't know much about the draft other than the top few picks, but they said Tim Murray said if there is a goalie that they like with their second first-round pick, they're going to take him.
Uh-huh.
And that he's been in contact with 3 other teams that have wanted to give him a goalie. I think Ottawa was one of them.
Oh, Lehner
or Anderson.
Okay.
I don't know who the other 2 teams were, but
maybe Cam Talbot from the Rangers.
I don't know. He didn't say anybody else.
Okay.
Love Tim Murray though.
Yeah.
I like Tim Murray too.
He's the Dwight Schrute of hockey.
Yeah. He is.
But other than that, like I don't have a whole lot for my week.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Eric, what do you got?
I wanted to talk about U.S. men's soccer a little bit. I would be remiss if I did not mention the role that they are on. I know it's just friendlies, but they beat the Netherlands, Germany, and Colombia.
Really?
Like within the last 2 weeks. And a couple of late winners, like really good stuff. The goal that they beat Germany on late in the game was a really fucking nice goal with build-up from 2 of our really good young prospects. And the first goal against Germany was great, too, with 2 of our veterans. So they got a nice mix of young and old guys out there right now.
I was going to ask you what you think is different from...
Well, one of the good things about Jurgen Klinsmann, the coach, is he gives the young players a good shot. And he's building towards the next World Cup. He's always said that he is building and coaching that team for the next coming World Cup.
Gotcha.
That's been his thing. And they do have a really good young core, especially of attacking players. Like, in 3 years now, they're going to have a pretty nice attack. Where in years past, it's been Altidore and Dempsey, and that's it.
Right.
And now they're going to have a lot of attacking options with some true speed on the wings, which they haven't had either.
Right.
Is U.S. soccer going to be getting a lot better now?
It definitely is.
Good.
Gotten a lot better. I mean, they beat Netherlands in the Netherlands in Amsterdam, and
Really?
I want to say they beat Germany in Germany. And Germany didn't have. I mean, they didn't have their full squad out there, but like Mesut Ozil, who plays for Arsenal, was playing, and Götze, who plays for Bayern Munich, was playing. They didn't have scrubs out there.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, the Netherlands had a good squad out there too against the U.S. team. So, yeah, we didn't have Dempsey or Altidore as our 2 top attackers either. It was all the young guys. So, good stuff. Good to see from them.
It's good. I like.
The women's team won their first game 3-1 against Australia in the Women's World Cup. So that's good stuff there.
Is that on TV?
Fox Sports won.
Yeah. Because I would have it on.
I can watch any soccer.
Yeah.
It's the only sport I can watch anybody play.
I can watch international soccer.
Isn't there something about it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. It just adds something to it. Like, even when I didn't watch soccer, I always...
Even
same.
stuff international that I don't care much for, like...
Curling.
I wouldn't watch gymnastics, like, normally, but I would watch Olympic gymnastics, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Figure skating, too.
Sure.
Like, I don't care
It's
just
the
if
Olympics,
it's on.
whatever,
Right, if
yeah.
it's the Olympics, I'll
It's
watch
for
it.
country.
Diving?
Exactly.
Damn, diving?
I actually like watching diving.
Yeah, I
it's
do
kind of
too.
fun.
Tennis.
I did want to mention that. Let's see, video game related. I bought Splatoon. Got it for $37 via Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked.
Nice.
Cannot recommend that enough, by the way.
I'm going to do that.
It's been fantastic.
Once I start buying physical copies of
Yeah.
things, I'm going to do that too.
It's fantastic. Let's see, what else? Oh, I did want to mention this gaming related, something we didn't talk about for E3 that popped into my head when we were talking about stuff. Metal Gear 5 we did not talk about.
No.
And I've been listening to a lot of podcasts of people who had a 2-day playable access to that game, and I'm actually really excited about it now. Sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
I did, Eric. Speaking of that, I did watch the Kind of Funny Games chat with
Oh, you
Greg
did?
Miller video. Yeah.
what'd you think?
Yeah. I mean, I've been excited about
Does
it.
excitement get you more excited?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was really into it.
Yep. And even old Jeffy over on Giant Bomb was into it.
See, I thought he downplayed it a little bit.
He did, but he said even like the bad stuff wasn't enough to make it like something he wasn't excited for, because the gameplay stuff was really good.
He basically said if you liked Ground Zeroes, you're gonna like Metal Gear 5.
Yeah.
So, anytime Gersman gives something a stamp of approval, you first of all you're like, holy shit, Jeff liked a video game.
Jeff, rain on your parade, Gersman.
Oh my god, it's a whole nother ball of wax. But yeah, so hearing a lot of good stuff about that, which is exciting. That's another one that's going to be a Metal Gear in 10 minutes video for
Gotcha. Yeah.
me. I'm not going back and playing it.
Yeah, I played the first Metal Gear Solid, and since that, I haven't had any. It was PlayStation exclusive,
Yeah,
so I never had those.
right. So, and I liked Ground Zeroes. So, and I actually think I'm going to play it again because it's free right now on PS Plus.
Oh, I should play it so I get a beaten game.
Oh, you've never played it?
No.
Yeah,
Dan,
give it a whirl.
I told you to beat it. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to beat it.
It took
You
me
should've
less than
played it.
that.
Dan let me borrow it, and it just sat there for like 2 months.
It's good. It's fun. It's a fun hour.
Okay.
I'm just gonna beat the Stanley Parable like 15 times to catch up to Will.
You can only count one game.
One per year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, that was agreed upon. Yeah, I don't think. Other than that, I don't think I've got too much
Okay.
going on. Really put a lot of time into Splatoon
Nice.
over the past.
I'm
week.
looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, what do you got?
I don't have much to talk about, but one thing I wanted to do, and I meant to ask you guys ahead of time, I think it would be fun if we gave our like Thumbstick athletes recommendation during the Steam sales,
Oh.
Oh, sure.
based
Yeah.
on like what games are available. So like whenever the flash sale renews, we'll give our recommendation, and obviously every daily deal we'll do the same.
I've actually got 2 for today if you want them.
Yeah, I think we should just quickly talk about it and maybe just pick one to give our stamp of approval.
Ooh, if I had to pick one.
Yeah.
I only know of two things.
the 2. Sorry, I'm gonna give you 2. Don't Starve together.
Yeah, $10.
$10, I think. $10.50.
Yep.
And the XCOM that I bought today, XCOM complete package for $10.
No
I mean,
reason not to have that if you have
No.
a computer that can play it.
I think I'd go with XCOM.
Yeah,
over
I would
those.
too.
The complete pack?
Yeah, $10.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That is
Especially
a good deal.
with 2 coming out in 5 months or whatever
Yeah.
it is. You should definitely get that.
But if you never played Don't Starve,
Don't
probably-
Starve is really good.
probably get that too.
Yeah, Don't Starve is really
Do
good.
we all have Don't Starve together? Because that's one we could play.
I think you bought it for
this
me
weekend.
for my birthday or something.
I
did.
have it. I don't know that I ever bought it, but I have it. It's because it keeps saying
They
in
They
my
gave it to
library.
you for free.
Dude,
Oh.
we should play that over the weekend. That's perfect.
That's
All
a great
4 of
idea.
us could play.
Because that'll
Oh.
run on anything, I think, too. Like even
Yeah.
older computers.
I know it runs on my laptop because originally when I got the game, that's all I had.
We played Corey too on your laptop, I think.
Yep, yep.
Good call there.
I'm fine. Will XCOM complete pack for our daily deal recommendation?
Yeah.
From everybody?
Yeah, you okay with that?
Yeah, that's
Agree
fine.
on that?
We'll just agree on one. I mean, Valkyria Chronicles, I really like. $5. I think that's a good deal.
That's what I was gonna say.
Um,
I'm gonna play that this summer too.
I actually went on because I saw it was so cheap and I knew you guys had talked about it. And I wasn't sure if you had it, but I was
do.
going to get it for you just in honor of your weekend.
Oh yeah.
But you already had it.
Yep. I bought it for. I think I bought it for full price. No, I think when it first came out, it was like $17, and I was like, I'll buy it. I'll play it, in a week or so, and I still haven't played it. But I am gonna play it.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the better strategy RPGs of all time.
can also get the Metro bundle for $10.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Personally, I would stick with XCOM.
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
XCOM.
Yeah.
XCOM it is. For flash sales, I'm going to throw my hat into the Papers, Please ring for $3.
What else is on there?
Fez for $2.
Oh, that just reset, didn't it?
No. Still got
No, it's at-
2 hours left.
Well, 12 hours, right? Not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Sometimes they do 8-hour flash.
Might and Magic, I don't think any of us are too crazy about. Ziggurat, I don't know that any of us have played that.
No.
So it's between Fez and Papers, Please, huh?
Mirror's Edge for $4.40. Outlast for $4. Oddworld, Black Mesa, Styx, Darkness 2.
Papers, Please, out of all those.
I'm
Probably.
fine with that.
Yep.
Papers, Please for $3.
I really
Yeah.
like Papers, Please.
There it is.
It's so unique.
It is.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, we got our recommendations.
Nice.
I'll tweet them.
It's the library.
Papers, Please is another game that will run on probably any kind of computer you
Yeah.
have.
Yep.
So, okay. Anything else, Corey?
I didn't really do much this past week. I haven't been spending any money. I fell so far behind because I went to a wedding, and then it was my girlfriend's birthday, and before you know it, I have no money. So
Yeah.
just been kind of staying at home and drinking what little beer is left in the fridge.
Jesus, I'm gonna send you back with a 12-pack.
And then I go wherever my girlfriend takes me in her car because all I have is a bicycle.
Nice.
Doing real well, guys.
You know what? I applaud you. I do.
It's the simple life, you know, and
I love that.
I don't. Stress isn't in my vocabulary anymile, so at
Yeah,
least
Court.
at least there's that.
For your week, for the show notes, all I put down was Clinton life.
I had a couple friends text me because those escaped convicts escaped from the Clinton Correctional Facility.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's up like near Plattsburgh, or Plattsburgh? Yeah, not anywhere near.
Oh,
Turns out
okay.
it's like 3 hours away, 3.5 hours, or something like that.
Plattsburgh's way up there in the North Country.
Yes, about 20 minutes from the Canadian border. Yet these guys they think are now in Vermont. So, I don't know.
They're in Canada.
I mean, I would have gone to the Indian reservation, swam
heard they-
across the border.
I heard
It's
they
like
went
this
south.
is Corey's version of the O.J. Simpson "If I Had Done It" book.
If
Oh,
I
yeah.
did it,
What Corey would have done.
not saying I did, but if I did.
Okay. All right, shall we get right into what we played?
Sure.
I gotta piss.
Yeah, I do too.
Do you mind
actually.
if we take a quick
not at
breather?
all.
Take a five.
All right, we'll take a quick break and be back with what we played and feedback right after this. All right.
Cute. Riz says he has a Fez key if anyone wants it.
Catch Dan.
I've got Fez in my
I do too.
library.
I do too.
Well, thanks, Riz. See if I know there's not a lot of people in chat probably, but if anyone in chat wants it, we usually like 8 or 10 people, right? 4 or 5.
And we're usually juggling about 4,
Okay. Well, as I said,
if you include Eric and I.
most of it, our listeners are iTunes, or they listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's what's confusing for the newcomers when they come into the chat.
Yeah.
They want us to be super interactive and I don't know, which is hard when we have our segments and stuff.
Right. Yeah, because the podcast, it was designed around like a radio show, like a classic radio show.
Yep.
And the first, how many episodes were we in before we even started live streaming? It was like 60, wasn't it?
Well, didn't we start on Twitch and then we went over to Ustream and then we came back to Twitch?
No, I think we started on Ustream and then we
Okay.
just moved over to Twitch. We weren't sure if we were within the terms of service.
Oh,
at
right,
first.
yeah.
Because we were just talking about video games and not playing video games, but it turns out any gaming content really is okay.
I like
So.
being on Twitch
I do too.
because it's owned by Amazon.
Well, that too. That's always a good thing. Plus, when we were on Ustream, did Ustream have a chat and everything? I really don't remember. Not that I man chat anyway.
Yeah,
but,
it did. It had chat.
But at least on Twitch, people are looking for video game things. On Ustream, who knows who was going to pop in and what they were looking for.
Yes, sir. How do you recommendation there? I've been having a hard time spelling things lately.
Well, you've been out of school a while.
Yeah. I used to be such a good speller. I made it to the orange list in 3rd grade. They had to invent the orange list for me, Dan.
Nice.
It's because I cheated, but don't tell anybody that.
Doesn't matter.
Back in the day when your spelling tests, you'd the teacher would say the word and then you'd write it down, but when you opened up the paper, it had the correct spelling.
Oh.
So if you were real slick, you could open it while she was talking and then just spell it out.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I see Mike's talking about Prime Pantry. I'm wondering how that went.
What's Prime Pantry?
Amazon Prime Pantry.
Oh.
Because the lady and I were thinking about starting to buy bulk offline.
Yeah.
Like dried beans and stuff, but with shipping it just came out, it's even. You break even.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't looked into the Amazon, Prime Pantry stuff.
Yes, the Warriors are winning.
Apparently LeBron James is having like the best finals of all time.
Yeah, I think he was averaging like 45 points a game or something.
He has to because Irving and
Love
Oh,
are both
everyone's
hurt.
kind of hurt, yeah.
Those are two really good players. What's my life become that I'm talking basketball?
That's a good question. Fuck you, pop cover. It's a real battle I'm having with this thing.
I want to invest in boom mics so we don't have to fight with these things all the time.
Yeah.
Because you just attach it to the table and then you have it like, and then we can move them around. And if you want to lean back, like, you know,
How much would boom mics be?
Well, it's just the boom stand, I should say. The mic, you just attach this to it. They're like $20 or $30 for a boom stand.
It's not bad.
No.
Jake says we need to have a moment of silence for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Being that I used to watch wrestling, I know who that is.
The name sounds familiar.
Yahoo messaged me today to let me know that.
If I had a beer and I was outside, I'd pour one out
Yeah.
from my dead homie.
How about Christopher Lee? I want
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a moment of silence for him.
I don't get sad when celebrities die.
Yeah. It's Saruman, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
And Count Dooku.
Yeah, you're right. He was Count Dooku. I didn't even realize that until right. Wow.
I had another nibble bit I forgot to talk about.
What was it?
Apparently Drive Club for PS Plus is pretty soon to come out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't give up.
Not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
All right, shall we?
You will be soon.
Sure, Dan.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 203 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in What We Played. Do we want to talk about The Witcher first?
Yes.
We've been kind of, bringing it up all day. Yeah. I'm about, I would say, between 60 and 65 hours into The Witcher 3. Steam keeps track of the hours, but I was stuck on 49 hours for probably 10 hours. That's it. It's kind of buggy. I had heard that method of measurement was a little bit buggy. So I'm on Skellige now, which is eerily reminiscent of the landscape of Skyrim, but it's much harder to traverse and it's very low visibility. You know how when you're riding around in Bellineric, like you could see stuff off in the distance?
Yeah.
Well, in this one, it's all like, it's very claustrophobic. Like there's huge trees and mountains everywhere and you just can't see what's going on. And it's kind of cool. It's and like, when I have my earbuds in and I'm playing, because I mostly play on my tablet. When I have my earbuds in, like I can hear shrieks of creatures like off in the distance. And it's really like pretty freaky. But it's a series of like islands. They're supposed to be like Nordic, Scandinavian type of people. It's really
cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed my missions there.
I'll be heading there before too long. I want to get a couple more levels before I leave.
Yeah, I think I headed over there about 20, level 20.
Yeah, I'm 17.
Okay.
So
I just hit 24 today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm still love it. We Dave took us to task on Twitter. Was it earlier this week about?
Yes, he said he couldn't believe how much we shit on The Witcher in our last episode.
Yeah. And I don't know if I didn't make it clear, but I still love the game, and the stuff that I didn't like about it is mostly just minor annoyances. I mean, I put like over 20 hours this week in it, so I'm still really liking it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to come off as though I didn't like The Witcher.
Yeah.
Because I do. I think I was just trying to point out and Corey too, I think would agree that it's a good game. There's just some flaws to it.
Yeah.
That we felt needed to be pointed out.
Yeah.
And,
Specifically on the control side of things.
Yeah, control side of things. And I didn't find the second part of the story missions as good as I found the first part.
Yeah.
But that being said, it would have been pretty tough to top or live up to the first part of it. So, that said, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I like the game a lot.
Yeah. I think the Skellige stuff gets better. I think you'll like it better than the second part of the first.
Did you see what I meant with the second part? Like just going and running to different characters and going back and
I like I said I didn't mind that only because I knew the characters and I think that helped.
Yeah.
But I definitely saw what you mean. It is a lot of traversing Novigrad.
Yeah.
Going from point A to point B to whatever reason. It is a little more I don't know, focused, I guess, on Skellige so far.
I didn't feel like anything cool really happened in there.
Right.
Like it did in the first part.
Right. Yeah, you'll definitely get back to that.
Good.
Skellige.
Good.
Definitely.
I kind of got back to that with one of the side quests.
Yeah. Yeah. Which me and Eric are going to try to record a Hangover for this week. I still have to put up the Bloody Baron Hangover.
Okay.
I'm going to put those on
man.
YouTube. I don't have 5 minutes during the day, usually. So.
Why don't you put it up?
Send it to me. I'll put it up.
What are your thoughts on The Witcher? Have you played The Witcher at all this week?
No, I actually have not touched it this week. Not because, like Eric said, not because I don't like it. I don't want to be pegged as the guy who doesn't like The Witcher. Like, I kind of got pegged as the guy who doesn't like Dragon Age Inquisition. I really like both those games. I think they're great games. But just to provide a counterpoint, and exactly like Eric said, those flaws definitely needed to be talked about. And they're still patching the game quite a bit. And I heard that the movement stuff has gotten better.
I would argue that.
Really? Well, what are you playing on?
PS4, but that got the patch too, I think.
I don't think it got patch 1.05 yet.
No, you're right. I think it got 104.
I've heard that's gotten better, and I also heard the looting stuff has gotten better.
Yeah.
What they did was they like disabled if there was something that you could set to fire next to a box you're looting that won't give you the option to light it.
Yeah. You have to light it with Igni if you want to light it.
Yeah. So that's good.
Which
I still want storage.
Yeah.
To store my Witcher gear.
There's so many things that game doesn't have.
You're not supposed to get rid of it because you can upgrade it, and it takes up a lot of weight in your inventory.
There are so many items that I didn't want to sell, but I was like, well, I have to.
Yeah, to clear up space.
I guess that from what I understand, things don't disappear. So like, I heard on another podcast that people were using the Bloody Baron's house as storage.
I could see that.
So you could just go drop your swords or whatever in a room,
and they'll be there.
And they're there.
I could probably do that. As long as I
remember,
remember,
have to do that.
As long as I remember where it is, though, that's the thing.
See, that's janky ass storage.
Yeah.
I want to have a fucking box,
a chest somewhere,
like in Bloodborne, a box where I can go put things.
Yeah,
and I know they're there.
Yep.
Housing.
Well, it makes sense for the Witcher not to have a house.
Yeah, he's
a wanderer.
Yeah.
How about a brothel where he can?
No, there's a
shop.
currency trader in Novigrad. If it would be like a safe deposit box that you could put your stuff in at the bank in Novigrad. That's how it should work, in my opinion. But yeah, still loving The Witcher. I'm still gonna play a lot of it. That's my primary game that I'm playing right now. Eric, I want to hear about Splatoon.
You do, huh?
I do, unless you had any other thoughts on The Witcher.
I don't think so. I just wanted to make sure I made it clear that I do like that game.
Yeah.
Likewise.
And I really enjoyed one of the last side quests that I did, but I don't want to spoil it. It was a dandelion side quest. Mm-hmm. I will say that.
Yep.
Splatoon's fucking awesome. I really like it a lot. Yeah. I like it way more than I thought I was going to.
Isn't it weird? Like
it is. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it when I played it.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
And the game, the match length is perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where like you'll play a few and you're like, well, I could maybe get up to level 9 here in a couple more games. Yeah, I'll just play a few more because it only takes 6 minutes. Well, 5 matches later.
Yeah.
You know, and then the next thing's like, well, I can upgrade my equipment if I keep playing a little bit. And then 6 matches later, You know,
Okay.
it's one of those kind of games.
And like when I played it, especially during the beta, like I couldn't even figure out what it was that I really liked about it. But
It's just fun.
It was fun, exactly.
It's a video
Exactly
game
right.
that is just plain fun to play.
Yeah.
That's simple as that.
Yep.
You did not play any ranked play.
No, I did one match when we played here, and then what I played in the stress test, I guess.
Ranked play adds like a whole nother layer.
Mhm.
It's so good. Basically, the difference between ranked play and regular battle mode or whatever it's called on there, and the regular online battles, the objective is just to cover more of the area with your team's paint color or ink color. In ranked mode, there's either one or two specific areas of the map that you need to control with your team by covering it with more paint than the other team. So each team starts with a timer at 100, and when your team is controlling the one or two areas, the timer starts counting down.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think the way it works is like if you take control of it first and then the other team takes control of it, then there's like a secondary timer where the main timer won't start until the secondary timer goes down. So basically, it is tough once a team has control of the territory to get it back. So there are a lot of games that are even faster than the regular mode, and those are called knockout, where you end the game before the time runs out. Or I think that's how that works, and you get more experience for doing that, obviously. But it's really fun, and it adds a new layer to the game because there's a little more strategy to it. I do get a little bit pissed off with some of the camping that goes on. Like people will just get up on a platform with a sniper and just pick you off, and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But that's part of the game, and I think that one of the things that this game needs to do is make it so you can change your weapon. Like
Partway through the game.
yeah, like just middle of the game. If I die, like for instance, I use the splat roller almost exclusively. I don't know why, I just like it the best.
Yeah.
It's easiest to use. The problem with that though is like if you want to climb up a wall to get to a platform, it's hard to cover that entire wall with enough ink to allow you to swim up it.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a full path of ink to swim up beside a wall.
And the paint roller doesn't go. It's mostly on the ground, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit on
You
walls.
can splash like halfway up a wall depending on how tall it is. Whereas like if you have the Splattershot Junior or whatever, it's more of a machine gun type, and it can fire as high as you want and make a straight line up a wall for you to get up. So when I have the paint roller, I have to count on my teammates to go do that and take care of that enemy. But without voice chat, you don't have any way of communicating that to them. Like, hey, can you help me out so that I can cover the ground? That's my role with the paint roller, is to go cover all the ground, and you can kind of help me out and cover me.
Yeah.
There's no way of telling them that.
Do you think that they could add like a ping type of system?
That's exactly what my thought was.
Oh, okay.
Like in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
Ping here.
Yeah.
That's where you need to help me.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what they should do.
Okay.
And just put like a limit on how many times you can ping or how often you ping, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you were able to switch your weapon mid-game, it would help a lot, because then I could go try to take care of it myself.
Yeah, even if they had like a locker on your side of the base that you could go after respawn to change your weapon.
Something needs to change there. I don't know. I find that a little frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm level 13. Leveled up pretty quickly. Just upgrading my weapons and my gear. I've probably got like 15 weapons unlocked. I figured I'd probably bring my Wii U over.
Yeah.
For the weekend, just so you guys can play with different weapons and stuff, and we don't have to go through leveling up, and
that way I don't have to bring that one up too.
And we can level my character up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but it's a freaking blast, man. I feel like if you have a Wii U, and it's a online shooter, but you don't really get the rage. I have a couple times gotten really pissed off because people will just hide in the ink, and if they're not moving, you can't see them.
Yeah.
And they just pop up and kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, dude. Like, is that fun for you to just sit
ambush.
there? Yeah. And I can see where it's helpful sometimes. Like, I've done it a couple times, but it's in a case where, like, somebody's coming.
Yeah.
I get pissed off when they're just in the middle of nowhere hiding in the ink.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, you should be helping your team
Exactly.
paint.
Gotta get that good KD.
KD is more important in rank play.
Oh, really?
You have to kill people.
Huh.
because if you don't, like, you can't keep control of a territory.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not so important where it's like not fun. It just feels a lot more lighthearted.
Does it tell you your kill death?
Yeah, at the end of each match it does. Somebody described it very well today, and they heard it somewhere else. It was something like Splatoon is made for kids but played by adults. Call of Duty is made for adults but played by kids.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I love it. If you have a Wii U and you're at all interested in like just a fun shooter type, definitely get Splatoon.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
I hope to get it pretty soon.
Yeah, I've put
I want it.
quite a few hours into it already, and
Yeah.
it's great too because if you just have like a half hour, you can play. Shit, the matches are 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What's that? 10 games.
Yeah.
If the servers are running correctly, which I haven't had too much issue with, you're gonna get at least 7 games in a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can probably get a level or a new gun or something like that.
Nice.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
So
Good. I'm glad you like it.
oh, so good.
Like it's one of those games that you're like, okay, that's kind of a neat idea. It's probably kind of fun, and it's
And the
way more fun than you think.
The more you play, the more you like.
Yeah.
And the thing is like if you guys had it, I feel like I would insist that we were on Skype when we played together.
Yeah.
Because if you're on Skype with people, if you had a 4-man team, I feel like you could dominate.
Yeah.
Because
With
it doesn't have
little
party
teamwork.
chat.
Yeah.
If you had a strategy, forget it. And you could definitely put a strategy into play
Right.
and make it more of like a more competitive experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't recommend it enough.
Nice.
Kill streaks.
No. Well, you do get a
Chopper
reward.
gunner.
So each gun has the basic gun, and then it has like a secondary grenade type of thing. And then there's a special when you... I'm assuming you get that meter is built up with kills and by covering ground. And it also builds up when you're traveling through the ink. So like, for instance, one of them is called Ink Blast, I think. And what that does is you push down on the R stick, and then down on the gamepad screen, you touch it where you want the ink blast to go. It's really helpful in the territories because if you put it in the middle of a territory, you pretty much basically take the territory over. Mm-hmm. And it's like just a big ink bomb, and it kills whoever's there. So there's stuff like that, but it's nothing overpowered, I don't feel like. And you can choose, like when you buy a weapon, it shows you exactly what secondary powers it has. So you don't have to use it. Like if you don't like the secondary weapons, then don't use them. Mm-hmm. Use a different weapon.
I have one question for you, Eric.
Yeah.
I've been watching video since you started talking about it, and it seems like everybody's using the roller.
Yeah, it's the cheapest weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it?
Kill.
Oh, okay. So people are using it. Do you think it's unbalanced, or do you think people like it's just going to take time for people to discover how to use the other ones?
It's not unbalanced because if somebody's above you, you're fucked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or if they see you coming, like they can they shoot you a couple of hits. And
It has no range at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shotgun.
Yeah, it's that's exactly right. It's a shotgun.
So-
but it's easiest to use, I feel like.
Okay, so it's just people.
You don't have to aim, which is nice.
It covers a lot of ground really fast too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're a sitting duck.
Noobs.
If it like Eric said, if someone's above you, you can't do anything to them.
But I feel
Grenades.
like it's good to have one on your team though because it covers so much ground.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So I'll be a sniper when I play Splatoon, and
I want you guys to get Splatoon so bad.
I've got. How much is it?
It's the full price game.
Man.
I'll probably have you buy me. I'll give you the money and help you go get it at Best Buy. Can you do
fuck
that?
yeah.
30,
$47.99.
$47.99.
Yep.
Okay.
I got it for $37 because I had a $10 credit.
That's right. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
47.
I have a Best Buy gift card.
There you go.
That'll knock.
How much?
I think it's 15. I got it when I bought my new 3DS.
Yeah, so you'd get it for what, $30?
That's not
$35
bad.
bucks.
That's not bad. I could probably trade in something too.
Yep.
Hmm.
I would love it if you guys got it. We would fucking have a blast playing that. If we were on Skype, it would be so fun.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of game that I want to spend my money on and support. You know.
Yeah. Because it's different.
Yeah, and people have complained about like the lack of content, and it is kind of shitty that there's only 2 maps. But like, I haven't found it to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, and they are releasing content pretty frequently. And you know what? One thing that I don't like about the game is how every time you start it up, you have to watch like their quote unquote newscast of which maps are available for regular play and which maps are available for ranked play. It takes too long to get into the game. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the one place that they implement that very well, and I only know this because I happened to be playing when the new map came out, it took me out of the game and it said breaking news, and it said Kelp Dome has been added to the rotation and it is available to play now.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool how it did. It was like, breaking news, the new map is available, play it.
Yeah.
And I played it and it was great.
Nice.
So
This game sounds awesome.
it's fucking great. It has no business being that good.
That's how I felt about it when I played it.
It's such a Nintendo thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
The more you play it, the more you like it.
I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I do have a
hope-
credit card.
$35.
That
I'll go to
translates to
Market
like
Revenue.
50 cents in Amazon cash rewards.
Yeah. Monthly payments, Corey. What, $11.50 a month? You got it in 3 months. You're done.
Oh, man. Plus interest. I'm a pay the statement balance guy every month.
Yeah. Highly recommended, though. Other than that, what else did I say I played? Oh, here's the storm. I just briefly just wanted to touch on the new hero. Johanna came out. She's a Diablo Crusader, a tank. I think she is the first true tank in the game. Like, that's all she does. She just soaks damage from the other team, and like, I don't know why, and maybe it will stop after a while, but I feel like people have a hard time not targeting her.
Yeah.
Her crowd control is so good. People just see her and they're like, fuck, and they start hitting her, but you cannot kill her.
No,
Yeah.
you can't.
She's so tanky. Like, her hit points late game are out of control. She has so many ways of saving herself. And she does a stun, she does a blind, and she does a slow. Like, what more could you want
Out
from
of a tank. Yeah.
She's a dream tank.
She is. She just controls the flow of the game when it's a team fight, and everybody just picks the other team off.
I was happy to see in the tier list she was middle tier, so she's not going to get nerfed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I love her just the way she
Yeah,
is.
she's perfect.
Yep.
Nice.
I actually played a lot of Vala this week.
Did you?
Got back into Vala, so.
How's Hero League been going for you?
Not bad. More good than bad. There was a lot of saltiness the other day, though. People were very salty. I tried to avoid getting into it. This guy was Diablo. Didn't like my play as Vala. It was one of those times, when you're playing sometimes and it's like the flow of the game, for whatever reason, doesn't allow you to attack heroes as much.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Vala's for, is attacking heroes, but it just didn't materialize that way, so I wasn't doing the hero damage that you should. And I'm readily able to admit that. But it was literally the flow of the game, just didn't call for it. So he said something to me about me being out damaged by Brightwing. And all I responded was with, oh, cool. Just because I didn't want to get into it. Like, whatever. Maybe I was being passive-aggressive. But he just started being a prick the whole game. And, like, I just didn't feed into it, and it just didn't seem to be working out for him. And he was getting all pissed off. And even people that I didn't know were, like, to him, be like, dude, just chill out. What is your problem?
Yeah.
Because then he wouldn't come be the tank. He's like, oh, fine, if you're going to be like that, I just won't play.
You're giving me anxiety describing this. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
That's
blood
why I
pressure
can't
goes up,
play.
man.
Yeah.
I totally understand why you can't play. Completely understand.
Yeah, I get it.
I had another salty game before that me and my friend Alex didn't get involved in. It was the other three guys arguing with each other. That one was just super immature. The name calling out of control. Like, and finally I had to be like, would the three of you just shut up? All three of you are just so stupid. Just stop it.
Did you win these games?
You're acting like middle schoolers. We won that one. The one with the three guys. I don't think we won the one with the Diablo.
Oh, yeah, because he stopped playing, which is a hindrance.
But, I mean, overall, my experience with Hero League was good. I got down to rank 45. We had a really good match, Will and I did together, and we should move on from Heroes of the Storm.
I hit rank 40.
Wow.
I won 4
Nice.
straight today with Brightwing.
Nice, dude.
Bright Whizzle.
Bright Whizzle.
Oh man.
Range support, baby.
Watching the gameplay in the chat kind of makes me want to play.
That's so goddamn fun.
Yeah.
What else did everyone play?
I played some stuff.
Let's hear
What
it.
do you got?
Played a little Story of Seasons.
Ooh.
I got so into it, I was playing, and it was late at night. The next thing I know, I wake up in the morning at like 7 in the morning, and my 3DS was laying on my bed. My character had passed out from exhaustion. He didn't sleep at all for a day. Because it stayed open.
Yeah.
So my character passed out. I woke up in the hospital in the Story of Seasons, and they revived me or saved me or whatever, and they said to be more careful.
Was the battery light on your 3DS flashing? Because that's the worst. You start panicking, like, don't die, I need to save.
It's actually funny because you know how you just leave it on and going all the time and then play it whenever you want. I had it sitting on my desk, and I came home from work one day and it was flashing red, and I was like, and I ran and sprinted and plugged it in just in time.
That happened to me before too.
It's crazy that it lined up at that exact moment and just didn't die during the day.
Yeah.
But that game's good. It's just farming.
I gotta play it. I gotta play that one.
I'm excited for the Wii U one, which was a nibble bit last week. That I think it would have been. Was it you or me that tweeted it? Yeah. I'm excited for that.
Yep.
What's that game? Sorry, what's that game that's coming out that's like a combination of Story of Seasons and like a JRPG?
That just got announced. It's like Story of Season something.
I'll Google it because sounds awesome.
Has like a good balance of both, like JRPG and Harvest Moon.
Is it Fertilizer? That's what comes up.
Nope.
No, can't say. I saw it though in the Story of Season subreddit because I visited it.
I saw it on Silicon Era. I think it's like a Japanese game first.
Just being ported over.
Yeah. I don't remember. Not crucial to the conversation.
All right.
Yeah, so I played World of Warcraft. I think you guys hate on that game a little too much.
Nope. I've tried it several times. I can never get past
I don't get why you guys
level 10.
dislike it so much.
There's better options out there for MMORPGs.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree. This is a good game for it coming out in 2004.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Guild Wars, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to play. Guild Wars is like my favorite MMO, followed probably by Final Fantasy 14. But I don't hate World of Warcraft at all. I have fun with it. I find the undead stuff really cool.
Yeah.
I love that faction.
Well, it's more fun too with friends.
I haven't even played with a friend yet.
Oh, really?
No.
You nerd.
I've just been playing like an hour here and there.
Are you playing your level 90?
No, I started a undead hunter. And I made my level 90 character is a night elf rogue. Maybe?
Did you get to pick that?
Yeah. Like what character? What class do you, or what race do you want, and then what class do you want, and then all right, we'll make it level 90 for you.
Should I get it?
With good gear, if you want.
Don't get
I'm not
it.
gonna convince you either way.
You won't play it.
No, Corey's right.
I would rather you get StarCraft over World of Warcraft.
I would too. I don't have time for that.
But yeah, if I were to pick one, that's what I would say. But I wouldn't get World of Warcraft.
No, I'm not going to.
I don't know. I have fun with it. Like it's fine.
Well, when everybody talks about an MMO, I just think back to my paladin, Condor Wurtenberg.
Back in the day.
Yeah, his little jingle in the heart.
Jingle.
Fond memories.
Oh yeah. Condor, roaming the Paladal caverns.
Looking for justice.
Yeah, just getting that bonus XP.
Great bonus XP in that zone.
Yeah, baby.
But I don't see. I haven't done anything cool yet because it's all the beginning stuff where you're like, go kill 5 dark hounds. And
do you ever do anything cool in those games though?
Yeah, the raid stuff.
Oh, okay. See, I never did any raid stuff in an MMO.
Like, I'm working my way to the point where I do the raid against art. Like, this is all old stuff. Like, nobody's really doing this stuff now. They're doing the Warlords of Draenor. But, like, me and my friends going to fight Arthas. Like, that's going to be cool. Because I'm like, Arthas is how he is in Heroes of the Storm. How he is, like, in World of Warcraft. Like, they're the same, it's the same person. And he's just kind of like this cold, dead
I do like that.
person. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and like one of my friends was explaining to me like what happens into it and like all the story stuff, and it sounds so cool to me. Like I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
And the different factions of what's going on.
Nice.
So like I plan on chipping away at it. My membership expires July.
Oh, I forgot you got to pay monthly for that.
Is it
Yeah, I don't.
$15 a month.
I don't think I'm not gonna like do it for long.
Wow.
Buy a lifetime subscription, Will.
How much is that?
I don't know.
Isn't it like $150?
I don't know
Wait,
if
do
they
they
have
have
it. I don't know. EverQuest did, right?
Requested, yeah.
If it's only 150 for lifelong. Massive Chalice. Corey, you played this too.
I did. I played quite a bit of it.
I didn't beat it. I just was yanking your
Teasing.
chains.
Fun in my bunion.
How far did
only-
you get, Will?
I'm only like 4 hours in.
You know what year you're in?
Years 80,
Yeah.
70.
So the way the game works, I don't remember what you described, Will, so I might sound like a broken record here, but the way the game... What? Say again?
I didn't do a good job.
The way the game works is it's generational, so you are essentially immortal, and you're trying to give the massive chalice, there's the titular line, enough time to save the world, essentially, and that takes 300 years. So that's where like the XCOM getting attached to soldiers comes into play, because you'll go through several generations of soldiers and people. So right off the bat, you have to choose a regent for one of your keeps, because the keeps are what allow your people to breed and have children, and they grow up and become soldiers, and you repeat the cycle over and over again, and you build several keeps in order to have several families. But it's like, it follows that medieval idea of like you have a house. So for me, it was House Arcane, and because my first regent was from House Arcane, and you know, you choose somebody for the regent to mate with, and then they have children. But it got to the point with me where my House Arcane, they were getting really old, and all my Arcane children had died off. But it was my longest standing house, and like my regent was 70-something years old, and
He's going that soon.
And I had nobody to carry on the Arcane name, which was really kind of sad for me, because it was my first house. So fortunately, I adopted a child, which you can do. Put the child in House Arcane, and was able to continue that line just by adopting a child. But you don't get as attached to your soldiers in this game, because they die, and it's pretty quick.
Have you found how fast they die?
It's pretty. I mean, they live. Some live 40 years. Some live. I think my oldest was like 87.
I've only had a 70. That was my longest.
This sounds a little bit to me like Crusader Kings.
Yeah.
Keeping a line alive, like that's.
And me of that. The thing is you don't have to. There's really no. They do kind of continue their line a little bit. There's relics that characters will get, and you can pass those on. And another thing that you can do is, after your characters get old, you retire them from the Vanguard, which is your fighting force. You have 5 or 6 soldiers when you go into battle?
5.
5 soldiers. And they gain experience and level up. But as they get older, you can place them in different areas. So there's like the Sage Rights Guild, which increases the speed of your research. So characters that are older and have a higher intuition, you can put in there, and it'll increase your research time. But they can no longer fight. There's also the Crucible. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Which is like, you want to put your best soldier in there because it gives bonus experience to all your other soldiers. So there's incentive to pull like some of your best soldiers out of active duty and put them in these older spots for older characters, because they can spread their knowledge, and it's a little more useful that way. But I really liked the way the enemies influence your sort of long-term plan when you're in battle, because you go into battle and you fight. Did you fight the Wrinklers?
Yeah.
The Wrinklers are a pain, because if they hit you, they age you by 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which really sucks, because if you have a really good soldier, which I did.
I get it.
Speaking of the Arcane family that I was trying to keep going through my gameplay, I had Simone Arcane, which was like the firstborn of the Arcane of my region, and her or his, I don't remember if it was a guy or girl, significant other. And I was really focusing on him to be like this #1 soldier, but I went into battle and he got hit twice by a Wrinkler, and right there is 10 years off his life. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Because it's a bummer. When you put guys into the Vanguard, they'll probably see 2, maybe 3 battles, because battles only come about. It's sort of like XCOM, where they just sort of pop up in. It's kind of random, but it's usually
like
15 years maybe between battles.
the two narrators are just like, hey, the Cadence are attacking this and this territory. You have to decide which one you want to defend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that raises the panic level in that territory, the one that you don't go to.
Yep. Just like XCOM. But yeah, your soldiers will only see 2 or 3 battles before they're too old to continue.
Yeah, things happen really fast. Like right now, my army is bare. Like people are dying in my houses. Like it's not good times in my massive chalice.
No,
Sure.
one thing, like the biggest thing I found is just to make sure you have a lot of people to populate your keeps and everything. And the best way to do that is to you can recruit, go out and research recruiting soldier. I don't know what it's recruiting civilians or whatever, but that will give you. It only takes a few years, and that will give you like 5 to 10 new people from different houses. To populate your various things.
Because I've heard people about, like, somebody said they played this game and there'd be some times where they had like 20 or 30 soldiers, and then times where he could only go into battle with like 3 people.
Yeah, I went into battle with 2 people once.
That's crazy.
Yep. And fortunately won.
Really?
Yeah, but you don't lose the game if you lose the battle. You just lose the battle.
Yeah.
And in the Cadence, the enemy forces take 1 ping off your 3 pings per territory.
Did you have hunters or whatever? Because they seem to be able to kill the most things.
So the Arcane family, my first family, were alchemists, and they throw flasks which do area of effect damage. So most of my characters were alchemists.
Okay.
After they sort of grew up and I mated them to other houses, you can do. There's 3 basic classes. There's the Caberjack. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Caberjack,
which is
alchemist, and
hunter.
Yeah.
The Caberjack is like your melee warrior. The hunter is like your ranged bow and arrow, and the alchemist is the area of effect, throw flask kind of guy. But if you mate different combinations, they'll come up with subclasses with unique abilities. Like a hunter that's with an alchemist. I forget what it's called. Doesn't matter. But they can shoot an arrow that also does area of effect damage. So that's a fun little meta game. But yeah, it's
good.
At first I didn't like it, but I sort of got addicted to it. I think I'm at year 130 now, and like I said, it's 300 years until the Chalice is ready to save the world. So I think you have to survive until then. I'm assuming there's some sort of end game thing you have to overcome. But it is very much like XCOM. I think is the best comparison.
Cool.
Do you like the random events that pop up? Like I had one where some lady in my army like came up to me and said that she had this dream about whatever, something about her family, like she found a relic from her family house or whatever, and she said it was so vivid that she like believed it, and to do that she had to jump into the massive chalice.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's that stuff that pops up.
Yeah, they give you a little choose your decision text pop-ups, and like Will described, there's choices you can make, and they influence various things. Like I had one, 2 different members of 2 different houses weren't getting along, and I had the option to send them on sort of a pilgrimage, and hopefully they learn to be friends. But they came back very the opposite, so it kind of worked against me. But you don't know which way it's going to go, so it adds a little bit of randomness and fun, and you feel like you have a little influence on what's going on.
I had one where one of my better soldiers had like some sort of sickness or whatever, and the 3 options were to quarantine him, have somebody watch him, or the third one was to put him in the massive chalice water to see what happens. So I was like, all right. So I put him in the massive chalice, and I guess he became like part of like a zombie sort of, and killed off 2 or 3 of like my soldiers or whatnot. So like, I was like, that really like that hurt.
The worst.
Yeah. But I just like it's so random, like anything can happen. You don't know like what.
Yeah. I will say the game does feel a little bit light for PC. This would be a game I'd love to play on like iOS, like an iPad or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like a tablet.
It does feel a little light.
But you know, I'm playing on Will's Steam account, so I didn't spend any money on it. I do really like it. I'm kind of addicted to it.
To be fair, this game is like what was it? $15, $20?
I think it was you bought it.
25. I see. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I don't think you. I think you bought it on a sale though. I think you got it for like 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
So like that's a good price for this game, definitely.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely interested in Massive Chalice. I've ever since I heard about it, I was interested. I'll get to it at some point.
Another thing is, how do you feel about the environments? Do you think they're good enough? Like unlike kind of the Banner Saga. I think they're a lot better than Banner Saga.
I mean, yeah, they are, but that's not hard to do.
Right.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times where I've like had a lot of fun with the terrain. One time, my hunter was across like a ravine that all the enemies were on, and they couldn't attack my hunter, but he could just pick them off with his bow, and that was kind of cool.
Yep.
Stuff like that happens, but there's another. Sorry, go ahead.
My best hunter is a drunk, so like his accuracy is lower than the rest of them.
Yeah, they all have traits. All your guys have traits.
I was just gonna say that, like Rogue Legacy.
And that plays into when you breed them, what they pass on, and also I was talking about the Crucible, like your head soldier that trains everybody else. If that character has certain traits, they can pass those on to all the other characters. So you want to pick one with favorable traits. It's a lot of that kind of stuff, and they all level up, and there's
Gotta play this.
I would
small
love
skill
that.
trees.
I can tell you right now, I'd love it.
Yeah, it's fun for sure.
Okay.
There's another enemy that when it attacks you, it takes experience away. It's just
Bastard.
bizarre stuff. But that's what I like about it, because it's such a generational game. Is it's not just like taking hit points away. It's doing things that affect that whole bigger picture. You know,
Yeah.
like taking years off your characters' lives, taking experience away from them. It means a lot more than just losing 5 hit points in a single battle. That really doesn't mean much over a span of 300 years.
Right.
No, yeah, you're right.
Cool. Okay. Anything else?
Nah, that's Massive Chalice, and that's all I played really.
Okay. Corey, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Just briefly, Hearthstone, I had a couple victory stories. There was one guy I was playing, he was the priest, and on like turn 2 he did 24 damage to me, or turn 3 he did like 24 damage to me.
Wow.
And did the well played, like ha ha ha, but then I came back and beat him.
Good.
Nice.
So that felt real nice. And of course, in my last turn I said well played like 5 times before I finished him off.
Good.
Just to send a little message. And then I had another one of those today, kind of things. But against a hunter, a face hunter, well played, like really early on, and it's just like, dude. And then you beat him, and you're like, yeah.
I never liked the people that congratulated themselves, even if they did something really cool. Like,
Guy that
Come
pats
on.
self on back.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much of an asshole are you to like rub it in over these stupid little emotes? Like,
Yeah.
do you really want to get under my skin that bad?
Yeah,
They do, though. That's the problem.
Because it's working. But that's Hearthstone. Nothing else to talk about with that.
they're getting a new mode.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
Tavern
I
Brawl.
don't
We didn't
talk
talk about that.
Yeah,
Nobody mentioned it.
I gonna tweet it, but I thought one like Corey was going to or whatever.
I don't think there's too much specifics on it, just that it's going to be 1v1 gameplay mode where there's different rules that apply, that they'll change monthly or weekly or whatever. Just crazy stuff, like maybe in one session, Murlocs will have like a bonus to attack or something like that, and that incentivizes people to make certain decks and play in this Tavern Brawl mode.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Change things up a little bit anyway.
absolutely. Be a lot. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I still want 2v2.
I was gonna say a lot of people thought I was gonna be 2v2.
More
It'll
deck
happen.
slots or something. I don't know.
Okay. Anything else, Corey?
Played a little bit more Invisible Ink. That was a hard one to pick up after not having played it for a while. Not that it's a difficult game, because I think it ramps up pretty well. Like, you're never overwhelmed. But once you get to a point where you've learned all the systems and stuff, and then you haven't played it for a few weeks, and you go back and forget which character did what and what all their items did and everything, it's a little bit hard to get back into. But it's also a very forgiving game, because you get to rewind if you screw up a turn. You get to rewind. I actually lost a mission, and my spy company was wiped out after that, but then it just let me restart.
That's good.
I was like, all right. Not very many bad consequences. You can ramp up the difficulty. That's what's great about that game is there's so many different ways you can play it.
Yeah.
You can pretty much customize your own game playthrough. But I still really like that game. I think it's a really good turn-based stealth hacker game. And then I played Axiom Verge.
Let's hear it.
It's if you like Shovel Knight and you liked Super Metroid, you'll really like Axiom Verge. It's another retro 2D platformer shooter. The shooter kind of elements are borrowed from Super Metroid, where you're traveling through a map, different areas and stuff like that. You're getting different weapons and power-ups as you go. But what I really like about the game is the style. It's really trippy sci-fi stuff, and like I'm trying to think of what game I could compare it to. But I mean, Metroid's the best comparison. But you're getting cool weapons and different weird kind of things happen along the way. Like I went into another dimension at one point, and the whole screen became fuzzy, and it was just like a totally different experience. I don't know. There's really not much to talk about. It's just another one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like those, I think this
Metroidvania. That's what they're called.
Yeah, this is
What the kids are calling it.
Yeah.
This is a good one. It's you know the NES revival thing, but it's really well done. And I am getting sort of frustrated with finding where to go, because there's no like fast travel or anything, and you're going through this huge complex grid of maps, and it's easy to get sidetracked, and you'll see something early on that you don't have the right weapon that can get you through it, so you gotta go find it and then come back and check it out, and which
is one of the reasons I didn't play it.
Yeah, I mean, it's often rewarding to do that, but at the same time, like, you just get kind of lost, and it's kind of frustrating.
Right.
I don't know, maybe you do come up with a fast travel thing later on. But, I mean, all the weapons are really cleverly designed, and there's one gun you shoot, and it shoots a little drone that you can control to get through small areas, and I don't know, you're drilling through blocks to find secret areas. There's a lot packed into a little game. It's like the Shovel Knight thing, you know? But that's all I played.
Okay. The only thing I've played other than The Witcher that I'll talk about briefly is Super Mario 3D World, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how I would like it. You know, I didn't really care much for the side-scrolling ones, but the 3D one is really, really well done. It reminds me of Super Mario 64 a lot. I really like playing as Cat Mario too.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really fun. Yeah, that's what me and my wife are playing through while we're streaming. And
Now, do you compete for the crown?
Yes.
Dan let Val have the crown, though.
I didn't let her. No, she beat me in square. I think I had it most of the time, but I think there was maybe 2 levels that she won it. And you can pick, if you get hit, you lose the crown too, and then the other person can pick it up, right?
Yeah. Will and I had a great time with that when we played. Did we end up beating that, Will?
Oh yeah, we did.
Nice.
We beat through it in 2 sittings, if I remember correctly.
Good for us.
I could see that.
Yeah.
We played through the first world, and it took 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
what is there, like 7 or 8
I
worlds?
think there's 8, maybe.
And we're gonna set up. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. Like I said, the game volume is way louder than the microphone volume. I'm gonna fix that for part 2 when we do World 2. But yeah, it's a really fun co-op game. So it's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Surprisingly fun. Like other Nintendo games
Just keep cranking them out.
that they do.
Don't they?
All right, let's get into feedback, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Start with Twitter feedback from David Boston. I can't believe how bad you were shitting on The Witcher last week.
We went over that.
Yeah, go back to Mario Kart and stay there. Yeah, I think we responded.
David is Nintendo hate. I don't
Yeah.
get that.
I told Dave he needs to join us.
How can you hate Nintendo?
I don't know.
Idaho Jake says, in response to Fallout 4 not coming out for last-gen systems, he says, I'm glad because it seems games don't focus enough on current gen because they're trying to get the game to work on last-gen, which we all agree with. I think it's time to jettison the last-gen from new titles.
See, the new Call of Duty's coming out for last-gen.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
So it's gonna suck.
Do you think Fallout is going to be the game that makes people upgrade if they haven't?
I think so. I mean, really, that's the first, like, big RPG to come out, right? There hasn't been any other
Witcher?
triple. Oh, yeah, The Witcher. Yeah, you're right. That was a big RPG. And not on last-gen systems either.
Dragon Age.
Right.
But I think Fallout has more of a following
Yeah.
than The Witcher did. So
Be interesting to see what the sales are compared to Witcher.
Dragon Age was on last-gen, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think it was.
I don't know.
I really don't think it was on the last gen.
It'd be hard to get that game to run on.
Last gen stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're right, Dan.
Yep.
Really?
Thought so.
Yep.
How dare you question me?
Dan, I never questioned Dan on Dragon Age.
I'm impressed.
That it could run on last-gen systems?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. There's a lot going on in that game.
Yeah, but you just dumb down the graphics and resolution and probably runs fine.
I mean, they did it with Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, it's
Mordor, Destiny, Titanfall. So,
Stop.
Billy in New York said, in response to, I tweeted a picture in honor of the start of the Steam sale, a picture of the meme of Gabe Newell as Jesus and the bringing prices down for games. I said something like, the Steam House started, go forth and buy games, my children, or something like that. But he said that looks like a sexier version of John Lennon. And I do see a little John Lennon in Gabe Newell. I could see that. Although Gabe Newell's looking a little more gruff these days. He's got a beard and like long hair. So
Did you see the Gabe Newell website where it's playing weird music with the price is falling down and it pans up and it's the picture of Gabe Newell as Jesus?
Oh, okay.
And then if you press 3, it plays a video of him presenting something.
Oh, really?
It's pretty funny.
That is funny. Nice. All right. Facebook feedback. Derek in Chicago says, hey guys, I picked up Witcher based on your feedback, and I'm blown away so far. I'm excited for some ongoing Witcher talk, which can maybe replace all that HOTS discussion now. Well, we talked a little HOTS today. Sorry, Derek.
We limited it.
Yeah, limited. Also, I checked out some Netflix recommendations based on Corey's advice. The quest was super corny, but still enjoyable to watch. I'm curious if Corey stuck it out to the end. Pretty amusing finale. Did you watch the end, Corey?
I have not. I watched, I think, the first 4 episodes. I probably will one of these days when I have some time. I'll sit down and cruise through it.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of really things that are much better than The Quest on Netflix. I hope that's not the one recommendation he took. Watch Sense 8.
Look, it is.
Sense 8 is really good. It's that new series that the Wachowskis did.
Uh-huh.
Really good.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah. I watched just the first episode and started the second episode, but got too
We're
sleepy.
pretty close to giving up on The Sopranos.
Not digging
Just
it.
not putting the hooks in.
There's Pretty Little Liars for everybody.
Nah, never.
Anyways, awesome to have a hangover episode. I'm looking forward to more involving The Witcher, as I'll be trying to keep up with you guys. I still haven't put that one up. I hope to do it tomorrow. I should be able to do it tomorrow. I should have time on the
Tomorrow
computer
Eve?
tomorrow. Yeah, and then me and Eric are going to do one on one of the missions he talked about earlier. We'll do one this weekend.
Side quest.
Yeah, I think they're going to go up on YouTube. So I think that's how. I'll probably just record the video with the webcam and everything rather than just the audio. That would probably be easier. So do that. Derek in Chicago. Go Hawks. So thanks, Derek. This next one's from Rachel. This is actually came to us last week, but it got lost in the shuffle.
Lost in the shuffle, man.
I was telling Eric, I think it was before we started, that I saw this, and then when we did feedback, like it disappeared. Facebook is eating feedback, I think.
Probably.
And then it just showed up again today. I don't know what happened, but I also said I'm old and don't know how to use Facebook, so that could be part of it. You know, one of those old farts, you kids in your Facebook. Get off my lawn.
It's janky.
Yeah.
Facebook.
But anyway, Rachel says, hey guys, just wanted to say thanks to Ryan in Michigan for the Red Dead Redemption suggestion. I actually happened to have that in a pile of games that were given to me by a friend, but had never tried it. I took a suggestion as a sign and fired it up. I've only played first-person shooter games since I got my PS3, so that third-person aspect took a bit of time to get used to. I like it so far, except for the dude in the middle of nowhere called me over saying he needed help and then knocked me down and stole my horse. LOL. I remember that happening. That was a cool part.
Still never played that one.
Yeah, you should play it. You might like it.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I should
for the
play
most
it.
part. The middle of the game sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but
Lacking some
Mexico.
stuff.
Mexico, yeah. Mexico parts were terrible. And then she says, also, the Corey leaving the big city storyline has been interesting. The job working outdoors sounds great. I used to work in finance in the office setting and quit a couple of years ago to do something that doesn't require all the education I have, but I love it and it doesn't eat away at my soul the way the office life did. It takes some guts to walk away from a routine, so high five to you for taking that leap, Corey. Okay, that's it for now. Take care, all. So how's that going for you, Corey?
It sucks being poor
Right.
again, but I'm happier overall.
Yeah.
And it is nice to like wake up and be like, I'm just gonna go to work, gonna be outside by myself all day, listen to my podcasts.
Yeah.
It's hard work. Don't get me wrong. I come home at the end of the day and I'm exhausted, but it's a lot
But a
better.
good exhausted.
Yeah, it's a lot better than being so stressed out. The only thing I want to do when I get home is drink alcohol
Right.
to make myself
And go to work shortly thereafter.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I
Yeah.
get home at 10 after 3 now.
As compared to what, 9?
8:39.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being gone 12, 13 hours out of the day.
Fuck that.
Nah.
That is no way to live life. It really is.
No.
Yeah, for a lot of my working life, I worked 2 jobs, and it was that I would, leave for work, come home at, I'd leave for work, be there at 6, get home at 2:30, take a shower, have to be to work at 4, work 4 to 8 or 9. It's miserable.
Yeah.
I could never do that now.
No.
I'm one of those people that definitely believes in the value of free time and how you can learn and expand and all that stuff in free time. And if you're just working one job that you hate just for that little bit of extra money, I don't know that it's worth a lot more money, I guess. I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion.
You have one life.
You only get one of these.
Yep. Don't want to waste it being miserable at work.
Yeah.
all day, and that affects everything else. It affects your weekends. It affects everything. Relationships, So,
You're telling me, brother.
so
But
Okay.
and you use that free time to pursue something you're more passionate about.
yeah.
And I work my butt off, but I save all my brain power for when I come home and read about video games
Yeah.
or beer.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Okay. Question of the week.
the question of the week last week was, what do you want to see in Fallout 4, crazy or practical?
All right. First one is from Derek in Chicago. For Fallout 4, I'd love to see the survival mode from New Vegas return. I thought it never interfered with how I wanted to enjoy the game, and it added just enough difficulty that made me pay more attention to certain aspects I'd otherwise ignore. As for crazy, definitely some Elder Scrolls tie-in. I want a Dragonborn as a companion or some Dragonborn perks for my Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
Definitely. I forgot about that. What was that mode called? It wasn't like hardcore mode. Was it like Wasteland Survivor mode or something
I
like
think
that?
that's exactly what it was called. That was what I had in my head.
Wasteland Survivor mode.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, I forgot. That was really cool. I'd completely forgotten about that mechanic.
Yeah, you need to drink water
Yep.
to live, eat food, sleep.
Yeah, and because most of the water that you would find was irradiated, you had to find a way to mitigate your radiation too, on top of needing to drink and stuff. So
Med X, but then you didn't want to get addicted.
yeah, because you could get addicted to Med-X, and then that's a whole other set of circumstances that you have to deal with.
Yeah, some problems.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That's a really good point, and I'd like to see more of that too, but I think in the way it was implemented before, it was more frustrating than it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So if it can be done in a way that makes it like really fun, I think that would be cool.
Yeah. And then for crazy, some Elder Scrolls tie-in. That would be cool to see, like a Dragonborn companion. It would be kind of tongue-in-cheek, I guess. you know, as a reference to the Elder Scrolls games in Fallout.
Footh.
Fusfreda.
Yeah.
They always do that. They'll have like a comic book or something that you can collect in Fallout that ties into Elder Scrolls. Yeah, something like that. Mike in Worcester says, I would like to see better shooting gameplay when not using the VAT system. Also, a bunch of landmarks from our great state of Massachusetts, like a gold statue of Brady. Nothing too crazy. Or maybe a Lucic Fight Club bumper sticker somewhere. You guys would totally be down for that, I'm sure.
That sounds like a good place for those bombs to drop.
Yeah, I don't know. Was Boston a direct hit in the Fallout universe? I don't think it was. Not like Washington, D.C. Because I know...
Are there books?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's
all sorts of stuff, but I know there's like the places that got hit are determined in the Fallout universe. The places that got hit with bombs.
So where would one look to see that?
I don't know. It's in the wikis and stuff.
in Fallout 3 they had all the information in there, and
You find out in the story.
Yeah.
through reading through like the little books that which not a lot of people
Fuck
do.
that.
That and the terminals had all
Yeah.
that information.
Because DC was bombed, but Vegas was not bombed, and that's
Yeah.
why there was no. It wasn't as radiated and that sort of stuff. So
Yeah. Well, there was that one spot in Fallout 3 that was directly where the bomb hit, and like if you walked into that radiation, you died instantly.
yeah, you had to. There was a part that
Vault 87, I think it was.
Yeah, there was one of those in the first Fallout too. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was called, and I don't even remember where the first Fallout was set.
California, I think.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was California, in the new California Republic.
See, Boston looks kind of not as in shambles as
It
DC,
doesn't look like it was blown up,
So,
so it probably didn't get a direct hit.
okay.
Maybe New York City was like the nearest place that was hit.
See, now I'm interested where the bombs hit.
Yeah,
DC.
That wasn't the only one though, was it?
There was multiple, yeah.
That was the nearest one, maybe?
Corey looks like he's looking it up. We did have another late email, Dan, with
Okay.
an answer to the question of the week.
Cool.
From Idaho Jake. He says, Fallout 4 works without crash or freezing bugs and short load or no load screens, and it would be cool to see mods for console versions.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
A way to plug in maybe the more popular mods
Yeah.
that people make into the console version.
He's got more to the email. Would you like me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Some of this is kind of a repeat from last week, E3 predictions, but let's read it again. Number one, the only thing EA will have to impress is Battlefront and pretty much remasters of all their sports games. We agree.
Yeah.
Number two, Ubisoft will have another bad conference and end with a good trailer of another bad AC game. We think we agree.
Yeah.
Now for bold, number one, Bethesda will announce Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim will be remastered for PS4 and Xbox One in a all-in-one pack coming holidays 2015.
Huh.
That would be tits.
That'd be
That would be
crazy.
tits.
Number two, we will get two games that will be available after they are announced that day. Let's see. I joined in on the sale for Fallout 3 and I started modding it through Nexus, and you can really make that game look and feel better.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I haven't touched The Witcher 3 in about a week and a half, but tomorrow I'm getting Elder Scrolls Online. I found something out about myself. I like the no backstory stuff because I can use my imagination and come up with my own. Also, not playing an already made-up character makes the choices, for Jake specifically, really my choices, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also like that Skyrim doesn't really push me to do main story. I can just explore, but when I play Witcher 3, I kind of feel forced to do the main quest. I also got an LG tablet for free from Sprint for upgrading my phone, and I found a cool game called Eternal Warriors 3. It reminds me of Diablo, just not open world, but lots of loot, and you can fuse other weapons and armor to the weapons and armor that you have equipped to level them up. And that's it.
Nice.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah.
It's been playing Fallout 3 modded. Says he
Yeah.
likes it better.
Yeah. I can see that. I think the shooting mechanics are better. What was it? Yeah, Mike in Worcester says the shooting gameplay. I think they're better on PC. I think the VATs you need to use on consoles. Like I never felt like they were as smooth. But
What exactly are VATs?
the VATs is the system that you use to like you pause and then you pick your targets and you pick body parts to shoot at.
Yeah, it does.
And you have
slow down.
action points. So like any action you do when you're in VATS uses points. Like if you're going to shoot at someone's head, that uses a certain amount of your action points, and those are based on your character's dexterity.
Gotcha.
I think it was dexterity was the one.
That seems right.
So an attack would use one. If you wanted to use a stim pack or whatever, that would use some points.
Okay.
And that's like there would be percentages for hits. Like you'd be like 40%.
I do remember that.
Yeah, you'd be like 40% to hit in the head, like 75 to hit in the chest, and crippling limbs and stuff was a different percentage.
Okay.
That's the VAT system.
Elder Scrolls Online. I'm assuming. I've heard that the launch was rough.
I heard the launch
console.
was rough also.
So I'm interested to hear how that went for him. He enjoys not having backstory stuff in a character already created.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they each bring something different to the table.
Yeah.
I could see an argument for both there. Feels like he's forced to play the main story in Witcher 3.
I could see that too. It does kind of guide you into that. I always feel like when I'm doing a bunch of side stuff, I'm like, okay, I think it's time to continue the main story now.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even anything the game does specifically, but you feel like you want to advance the story, because he's right in Skyrim, like you can just wander around forever, but I don't think you could. It doesn't seem like you could do that in The Witcher,
Yeah. Has anybody played Eternal Warriors 3
No.
on a phone or tablet?
Negative.
Negative on that one.
We'll check it out.
Yes, but that's about it.
Okay, I think that's all for feedback. What do you guys want to see in Fallout?
Dynamic weather and sprinting.
Dynamic weather and sprinting.
Jake touched on sprinting in the chat earlier tonight.
There
Okay.
needs to be sprint. And dynamic weather. Skyrim spoiled me. I just want rain. Something a nighttime cycle.
Witcher has that too.
I think it would benefit from that.
Of course it would. It's
Snow.
fantastic.
Yeah, just going through the nighttime in the rain would be cool.
There's no night?
There's night.
Oh,
I'm in lieu of in tandem.
gotcha.
Dynamic weather.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have no expectations.
None.
No.
Corey, what do you want to see? in Fallout?
Vehicles.
That would be awesome.
I want to be able to get from A to B in a fun way.
Especially if this is a big world.
By the way, the bombs hit most major cities other than Pittsburgh and Vegas.
Okay. Boston got hit then?
I'm assuming.
See, according to the trailer, yeah, it did.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, in that
Did
trailer.
watch the bomb hit when they were trying to get in the ball.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So,
Okay. In Fallout 4, I would like to see more memorable characters. Bethesda's always created good worlds, but me and Corey talked about Skyrim specifically. Like, I can't remember any characters' names from that game.
I can't either. I
Not
remember
a single one.
I remember some Fallout 3 characters, but other than that, I don't.
Yeah, I don't. I guess New Vegas had better characters than even Fallout 3. But I still don't really remember any of the characters that well.
The character I remember most from New Vegas was the robot or whatever. Yeah. That was
There's that guy. There was Benny.
Yep,
remember Benny. That was one of the few that I remembered.
There's a guy in Fallout 3 that I remember. I don't know his name.
Fox. Remember Fox too?
Oh yeah, who just made everything so easy for you. Mm-hmm. I also remember the guy who tried to get you to blow up Megaton.
Yeah, who was that?
Tenpenny?
No,
it was his toady.
Yeah.
It was Tenpenny's toady. I don't remember his name.
Guy's a real jerk.
Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see more fleshed out characters. Even like they had talked about the main character in Fallout 3 being like Commander Shepard kind of. I would like to see that, like with more dialogue from the main character and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I want to see.
I think that's what they're trying, right?
Yeah. I think we're gonna get that.
Good. That's all I would want to.
Who's Three Dog in Fallout 3?
He's
the radio DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Riz said everyone remembers Three Dog.
Yeah, I remember Three Dog. That was cool. That was one of the better parts of that game too. Was listening to the radio stations. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's the only thing that kept you company when you're in the
by
metros
yourself
and stuff like that.
Yep, wandering the wasteland.
And the worst part was in the beginning of the game where the satellite wasn't up and it was spotty.
Yeah.
So you're just walking around alone and scared.
Yep. Definitely. Three Dog was great.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Next week's episode is going to be our E3 recap episode, and it is going to be Wednesday. Correct?
Is that what I said?
Yeah, you said Wednesday.
All right.
Okay, so it will be Wednesday. It'll start earlier than 8:30. It'll probably be 7 or 7:30 that we start too. Although we started at 9 tonight, so it'll be earlier. It'll be 7 or 7:30 when we start next Wednesday. E3 recap.
All of the conferences won't be over, I don't think, but most of them.
Yeah,
right?
they end Tuesday.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yep. And then the next couple days are just like
Yeah.
the show
Floor
So,
stuff.
Yep. I mean, there'll be announcements and stuff after that, but we'll recap the conferences and stuff on Wednesday. So,
Question of the week.
question of the week. Let's hear it.
Very simple. What impressed you most from E3?
Okay.
You know, it won't be E3 won't be finished, but I think we'll have a pretty good idea of just about everything.
Conferences, right?
Of who won E3.
Nah, fuck that.
Okay. That'll do it for episode 203 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
Corey.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement. All right. Corey, you were right.
I told you guys.
Gamers win E3. That's who wins E3.
That's
I
absolutely
didn't
right.
argue with you, Corey. Time for me to drive home.
Now I drank too much coffee and I'm not sleepy.
So play video games.
I work at 8. Corey, what do you work at 7?
7 a.m.
Well, hey, we'll see you tomorrow, Spark. Bring your drinking hat.
Whew.
Bring your party hat with you.
I'm probably just going to sleep early.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to stuff my face full of pizza and go to bed.
Be
So I just need to bring my laptop, nothing else?
You got any GameCube controllers?
Yeah.
Bring 2 of those.
Do I
you
need
have-
to, or...
I mean, Will has 2.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind using the Wii U or Wii U Pro.
I'll bring him. I'll bring him.
I'll have my pro controller too, obviously.